live here at the station of decapitation without your head. I'm Nasty Neil.
And this is Annabelle Lecter.
Yes, return. And we are joined by an iconic horror scream queen from the Hills Have Eyes. Oh! The Hills Have Eyes, Eaten Alive, The Incredible Melting Man, all kinds of cool stuff. Janus Blythe, it's very cool to have you here.
Hi. Well, I wish it was cool. It's very hot, but yes, thank you.
Yes, It is very quite warm. I'm there with you on that.
Everywhere. The whole nation's burning up.
We appreciate you being here with us. So, first of all, we're going to talk about the movies, but you were telling me that, like, it seems like your movies have really, like, people have always followed them, but it seems like people keep finding them. Why do you think that is? Why do you think, these horror movies keep finding new audience?
When I do conventions, movie conventions, and the guy that was booking these conventions said, I said, are you booking me myself? He goes, well, no, and I don't know if your movies will cross over generations. I'm going, are you kidding me? I've met 6-year-olds who walk up to me and go, I've seen your movie.
I'm going to pause you because it's really hard to hear you, and I want to make sure the audience.
Oh, should I turn the air conditioning off?
Either that or maybe you should get a little. I think maybe once you move away from the mic, you got a little. It's a little hard to hear you. I didn't think about that.
Can you hear me better now?
It's better.
Should I turn off the air?
As close as you feel comfortable.
Well, if I'm dying, I'll back on. Air conditioners are noisy, aren't they? There. That better?
Yeah.
Good. I got the central air on anyway. I was being a kid. I had the central air and the window.
Oh, nice.
Okay. How's that, hon?
Great. So much. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't want people to lose out on your good stories. Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Okay, so I met the 6-year-old, and I said, you're 6. He goes, so? I'm not scared. And I said, I don't like Chucky. How can you watch this movie? She said, no big deal to me. But I have met, the internet has done incredible things. It's social media. But it's crossed over generations. And anyone in their 20s are big cult movie fans of the 70s and 80s. Big time. But I've met a minister, he's like 6'6", and he's a fan. You're a fan. I gave an autograph picture of me, my snake. My surgeon, my anesthesiologist, pharmacist, cashier. I mean, it's so diverse and it's wonderful. That's just crossing over generations, and the movie's going to live on and on and on and on, and I'll be gone. It's just wonderful. You never know when you do a movie what's going to happen. Do you know it's going to be a hit? No, you don't know that. You just do your job, and that's it. But yeah, it's just amazing. I love it. I wish the internet was around when I was working, though. When I was doing it, it would have been a lot different.
Well, there's a lot of people make independent movies today who love to get horror icons in their films, and people could reach out to you, and if you would be interested in working in films.
I'm never retired. An actress is an actress forever. Yeah. Just find me on my Facebook, Janus Blythe Scream Queen on Facebook.
I will. I definitely will. How did you get your start in all of this? Like you just said, you just are, once you're there, you're always there. But I'm sure it started when you were very young. It's something people just feel like they need to do.
Well, my cousin said I said it when I was really little. I'm going to be an actress. And I was on Popeye. Do you remember Popeye?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that guy on TV used to do in between the cartoons. He had on the striped shirt and all that, and he had the squiggle contest. And I went on. That was my big debut. I went on the show. On the squiggle contest. They make a squiggle, and then you got to make something out of it. And there's 2 of us. And I didn't win. He said the only reason you didn't win is because this guy knew how to shadow. He knew how to do shadows. Mm-hmm. Your picture was much better. But I'm just saying that this is something I always wanted to do, and I drugged my mother to anything that had to do with anything on stage.
Yeah.
Whether it was an Easter outfit on stage, whatever it was. And I was in dance class from the age of 3.
Wow.
Yeah, what's going to do with this energy this kid has? Oh my God, what are we going to do with her? They threw me in a dance class, which was the best thing I could have ever done.
Wow.
Now, you've done all kinds of films and TV, and but you've also done a lot of horror movies. Now, were you a horror movie fan at all?
I mean, I loved watching Dracula and Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein, but a big fan of them. I know. Now, yes. I know. When I was acting, and they always want somebody who can be 18, but be over 18, because they have this deal to deal with. And the movies that were around was a lot of T and A, and that's tits and ass, right? So taking a shower, some guy peeking through the hole. I mean, come on, what kind of acting is that? But I had this opportunity to do, because I believe if you're not good in a horror film, if the actors don't pull it off on screen, the movie fails.
Yeah.
No matter how well written it is, if it's not well acted, I mean, you have to believe those characters. So for me, I like the challenge, and it's like when I got, well, I don't know where to start. I just always wanted to be an actor, and I started out non-union extra. That's how I started. And instead of being out there with all the actors smoking cigarettes, eating during camera setup, which can be a very long time, I was watching. I was in the room. I was listening. And then one day, the director said, "I need someone to get on the bar and dance. Can you dance?" How can I dance? So that was Aloha, Bobby, and Rose. I just was always there. And non-union extra, and that's how I got my start, actually. I was doing a movie called Policewoman. And we were a gang. And I was working downtown LA in the clothing mart. I mean, we're talking about a straight job with little suits on, and I go down, with a wholesale clothing mart. And I'm doing this acting class. It tells you to do non-union extra work, $30 a day. And that's what I did. And this morning we all have bathing suits on. And the director says, "Okay, we need some of you to stay. So those who can't stay, step to your left, and those of you who can, just stay where you are." And I'm going, "Come on, feet, move. Move. You got a job. Move. Move." And my feet wouldn't move. And he goes, "You." And I went, "Okay." And I quit my job, and that was it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I made a decision right then and there. That was it. You have to always have a job on the side. We call them straight jobs back then, which I'm sure they don't call it that now. But we called it, you had to have a straight job. I don't know why they call it a straight job, but waitressing or a carpenter, everybody was doing something. And you want something to give you flexibility, so if you get a call, you can go on the audition. So waitressing was a big one. And that was my decision to stick to acting. To say to you.
When you get when you read like the script for The Hills Have Eyes, did you realize like this, not just a horror movie, but it's a very dark, it's a disturbing movie. Did you get that just from the script?
I crashed that interview. I was not invited to that. I was not on the list. I was at Schwab's on Sunset, famous Schwab's. Actors went there to read the Hollywood Reporter, have some coffee, and bullshit each other, And I was there talking to Michael Pataki, the actor. He said, "They're casting a movie down the street." I'm part of the Me Too generation, and it was very, very, very beyond difficult. You can't imagine. And he said, "It's in a house." I'm like, "Oh God, here we go." Down there, go check it out off of Sunset Boulevard. So I go, and this man answers the door, and he's got all these little barking dogs. I'm going, "Oh yeah, they're casting a movie." And he goes, "Oh, not here. It's down the street off Sunset Plaza. Da-da-da, to there. Okay." And I go down there, and I pull down this deep driveway to the parking lot. It was Wes Craven and Peter Locke. And I just signed in. And I didn't even realize that Peter Locke and Wes Craven were responsible for getting me into SAG. Wow. I was a non-union extra in a movie, and it was called First Time or Kitty Can't Help It. And it was their movie, didn't know them. And they, as a waitress, cocktail waitress, they gave me a line. And when you speak on camera, you get to go Taft-Hartley, then you join SAG. So they were responsible for getting me into SAG. So anyway, so there they are. And I signed in, and he says, "Tell me about the movie." He goes, "Take the script home and read it, and read to the part of Lynn. She's the mother of the baby, and come back tomorrow." I said, okay. So I took the script home and I read it, and I didn't get any of what you're talking about. All I focused on was Ruby. I said, I want Ruby. I don't want, I mean, Lynn's a nice part, but that was challenging to me, that character. Boy, that was a real difficult character to really pull it off and not, really do it right. And I said, that's the one I want. So I go back there and I sit down. He goes, okay. I said, I tell you that I want to play Ruby. Oh, well, that's nice. We have somebody in mind. I said, okay, but no, I want to play Ruby. And I wouldn't stop. I said, that's what I want to do. And there's no lines to read to audition for. And when you think about it, it's running around. So they had 4 of us there they liked. It took us out to the parking lot. And Wes and Peter Locke, and there's 4 of us. And one of them was PJ Souls. And he said, okay, I want you, this is a very physical part. I want you girls to run, hit that pole, and come back. I want to see how you run. But I was a jock. I was the top of my game. I ran 3 miles, 6 miles in the morning. I went to the gym in the afternoon and dance class at night. I was at the top of my game. So he goes, okay, 1, 2, 3, go. And they take off, and I stand there and I don't move. I'll never forget this. The look on Wes Craven's face, like, what the? I wasn't moving. And Peter Locke was there too, going, huh? And I go, and I took off quite past them all, hit the pole, and came back, and he went, oh, okay. And Peter Locke even talks about it. That's how they cast me in that role.
That's pretty. Have you ever run into them since? Like, maybe you've seen PJ Souls at a convention and never talk about that.
PJ Souls, I've seen her out here and stuff. No, we didn't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
We did another movie together called Soldier's Fortune. Unfortunately, it's shelved right now because it's a good movie. I play 82nd Airborne. I love that character. My name is Alexandra. I'm the only female on an all-male mercenary team to rescue my sister and this other girl that got kidnapped. The writer-producer got in a major car accident after he finished the movie. And he is, in pain 24/7, and it's been shelved. And I call him and say, I'll come out there. I'll come out back east. I'll help you. Whatever I got to do. Let's get it out. And he told me the process of what it takes to get it on DVD. It's not like you do it at home. I've got a VCR that you can transfer.
Right.
VHS to DVD. You push the button. Well, it's not like that. It's a major process to get it. He has to go find this and find that and do these terms I never heard before. And I'm like, oh, he's not sure you can find this or find that. And I said, I wish I was there. I would be doing it for you. I'd be digging in those piles, whatever you're talking about. Somebody had it on YouTube. And I told him about it, and he got it taken down. So, yeah. It's not on YouTube anymore. I have it on DVD. They played it at in Ohio at Cinema Wasteland. I gave them a copy, and we screened it there. I love that part. Gil Gerard was the main character. Yeah. And what were we talking about?
Well, what everyone talked about. But so you did the run and stuff. So how physical was actually shooting The Hills Have Eyes? Then?
Are you kidding me? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm running up and down those desert mountains, and we got jumping cactus to come out. People got a lot of injuries and hurt. Okay. And we had a Q&A panel one time. Susan D, myself, even Martin Spears was there, and they're asking us questions. And then we did watch the movie and record us talking about it as we're watching it. But one of the questions was about what you just said. And she said, it was so cold. I said, it was? I didn't feel any cold. She goes, you were half naked. How could you not feel cold? But I was so into character, I didn't feel it. Yeah. I really didn't do a lot of night shoots, but the desert was very cold. It's not right now. It's very hot, but we didn't shoot it in the summer.
Yeah.
It was a short shoot. It was tough, and we were all there together the same length of time. We didn't come and go for our parts. We were all there. And there are injuries that Michael Berryman remembers and talks about. But mine was the snake. My famous thing is the snake.
Ooh. Ooh.
That me picking up that snake. I said, I don't touch worms. I'm not picking up a snake. Don't worry about it. And there's this girl on set. She grew up around snakes. She'll put your bracelet on her hand and she'll do an insert shot. No problem. But by that point, I was so ruby. And Wes Craven kept saying, she's still too pretty. Make her roll around in the dirt some more. Honest to God. So I had to get down on the desert dirt and roll around and black out her teeth and put more dirt on her. But Peter Locke says, Janus, will you pick up the snake? Peter, you pick it up? I'll pick it up. So the snake was nice, just going around like this. And by the way, it wasn't a professional handler. They went to a bar while we were on location and said, we're shooting a movie down here. We need a rattlesnake. And that's how they found my rattlesnake. And some guy goes, I do. Not a professional guy. So Peter touches it and he goes, I did it. And I went, okay. Well, this handler, who I thought was a professional handler, had told me he milked it, which means they got the poison out of it temporarily, so it's mouth shut. But the tongue can come out. You know? And hopefully it won't break. And you come back and you grab it with your thumb on the back of its neck and grab it like that. And, okay, they put it on an apple box, put dirt on it, put the snake on it, and beat it up to make it really angry, hitting it with a stick. So that snake pissed. And they want me to come eye level to it on my knees. And you're like, the camera's right there, and I'm coming up and I have to grab it like that. And I'm just about to do it. And he goes, stop, that's for professionals. She shouldn't do that. Okay. So they found a stick with a fork on the end of it. And I forked the snake and then picked him up. And then I run and kill Mars with it. Michael Berryman tells me at one of our conventions, did you know that's the most deadliest rattlesnake in North America? It's called a Mojave Green. I said, what? Yeah, I couldn't say anything. That was my second movie. But I was just praying nothing's going to happen. It has.
So he knew. It's not like he found out later. He knew then.
Yeah, he couldn't even second movie. What's he going to do? Tell them what they're doing? Wow. Oh, my goodness. It's called Green Mojave. So, but that snake made me an icon. So I'm glad that I picked it up. And I didn't let the assistant do an insert shot because, and it was very powerful too. Snakes are not slimy.
Oh, no, not at all.
Very strong feeling. But I had no idea what I was touching. And I'm glad I didn't. That would have put a whole different thing in my head,
Yeah.
But I didn't know anything about it. That one bite, you're dead. So thank you.
So I know you and Michael are good friends. Now, did you stay good friends right after The Hills Have Eyes, or was it like later on?
We're still good friends.
Mm-hmm. But did that start right then when you're making The Hills Have Eyes, or was it more later on?
No, we bonded immediately.
That's great. Yeah. Because we'll hear about people that they haven't been around the cast or whoever, but they'll meet at a convention and then rekindle whatever kind of friendship they had before. So that's lovely that you've been friends for all this time.
Yeah, no, we went to a couple conventions way back after that, and I didn't know about doing them. And no, I can call him in the past. Matter of fact, when I was at Cinema Wasteland, this fan comes up in a wheelchair with a picture that Michael had signed and wants me to sign it. So he already had it signed, and he's very proud of this picture. And it was a poster. And I was using paint pens, and I no longer use paint pens because they can slip. So I'm about to write my name, and it went onto his poster that he had signed by Michael. Can you imagine? I panicked. I took the phone up. I called Michael. He answered right away. I said, I need you. I told him I have. He says, no problem. Put him on. I'll send him another one. So this guy had a story to talk about forever about that day. And Michael sent him another poster.
That's amazing.
And I said, and I signed another one of my pictures and gave it to him. No charge. But I do no longer. Michael said he stopped using paint pens years ago. I said, I thought that was the thing to do. Stick them up, those kind of things. But they go, they're undependent. You'll do what they want. You can't depend on them. Mm-hmm. So Sharpies.
Did you know of Wes Craven before doing The Hills Have Eyes? Like, were you familiar with Last House on the Left at that time?
No, you missed that. Wes Craven was responsible for giving me my SAG card.
Right.
Remember?
Well, I
that
thought
was,
that was for The Hills of Eyes, but I see.
no. I told you it was a movie. I was in.
Oh, that's right. Right. Yeah.
And they gave me one line, and my line was "You creep," and that line, this guy sent me a drink to, puts money down here and goes, "Could you have a facelift?" And that was funny, and I go, "You creep," and that got me into SAG, and that was Wes Craven was the editor, and Peter was director of that movie. They changed it to, it was Kitty Can't Help It, and they changed the title a few times. It's on my page, on my fan page. But
Yeah.
answer your question?
Yeah, no, it definitely did. But there's an alternate ending where Ruby is like is accepted with the family. And
I was very disappointed they don't use that. How'd you see that?
On the I forget which. It's not Vinegar Syndrome. It's one of the companies that puts out like these box sets of and it's got like multiple commentary tracks and all these deleted scenes, and it has that on there.
Okay, yeah, we the two disc deals, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sealed and never watched it, but yeah, I saw when the final version they don't have. I liked it. I walked up holding hands with them.
Yeah.
And I like that very much. And then they use Michael Spears stabbing and the blood thing, right? That was the ending. Yeah, the screen goes red. Doing The Hills Have Eyes 2, and he calls me out and they have lunch. What would you like to do? Hills 2. I said, well, let me think about it. Okay, yeah, Let me think about it. So I didn't care. I didn't want just yes. And it was written basically from Michael and I, and I really wanted more of that in the movie. I had all these visions of going back to the desert and a lot of more stuff happening between us, and then they threw in the motorcycles and they threw in the blind girl, and I was married to Bobby, and he couldn't go, and I had the dog. But in the script, Ruby hits her head on a rock and dies, and it just wasn't right. And I never said anything, and we're on location, and Wes is walking back to his room, and I start walking with him, and I asked him how he gets started. He's such a mild, meek-mannered man. He said, well, I just wanted to make some movies, make some money to do what I really wanted to do, but I got so good at it, I just kept at it. I went, okay. Okay, makes sense. I had a talk show, too, and on Continental Cablevision. And I could do whatever I wanted to, interview whoever I wanted to, and I had Wes on. He was doing Serpent in the Rainbow.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Michael was on, Michael Berryman with his woofs and everything. I had fun doing my Janus Blythe show. So anyway, I said, I gotta ask you something. I said, now believe me, it's not for my ego, but Ruby can't go out with her head hitting on a rock.
Yeah.
I mean, Ruby? I mean, it's just
Yeah.
and it didn't feel. He goes, I know. He said, my son and I locked ourselves in the hotel room until we finished the script. That's how we wrote it. We weren't coming out until we did. And I said, but it's just not right. You always have a strong female in your films. And she hits her head on a rock. And she said, yeah, I know. I'm going to rewrite it. I said, okay. So I got all happy, go back to my room. And we get through that day of shooting. He goes, I'm sorry, I haven't had time. We're on a completion bond and we're running behind. And means they have to hit the date to complete. And I was very disappointed. I rewritten it myself many times in my head.
Yeah.
So you notice when Ruby hits her head, she don't die. Peter said, gurgle your eyes or do something, and I just pass out. I just hit my head and I pass out, right? You see that? I don't die. Because that's not how Ruby's going to go out.
Yeah, she survived so much in the first movie and then has like redemption, and then to just have her, get hit, fall over and hit her head in a rock and die, it doesn't seem right.
And I get a lot of fans writing me about this, and this one guy insists, yes, you have died. I said, no. You see me die? See blood, my gurgling, my eyes, I've nothing, and just pass out. And he insists I'm dead. But I said, no, I'm not. I only died in massacre.
Why is he so invested in your character being? If I was the fan, I'd be like, oh man, that's such a good point. But people have their opinions.
Yeah, well, he was so obsessed with that character and that scene. He drew it and sent me the line.
Wow.
He sent me drawings. I'm like a little weird, but me lying there looking dead. So I only die in Drive-In Massacre, but I don't think I died anyplace else. Right? I think that's the only place it's obvious I got through the neck. So, and that's me on the poster hanging out the door. Want to back here? Where are you, Janice? Oh, I don't think I have it here. It's a new photo I had printed. They put me on the poster now. Drive-In Massacre, and I'm hanging out the door with blood. And one take. We got one shirt. We got one pack of blood. One take. I never died before, and he said we're going to get it through the neck, and you got to fall out the door. And I did it. I did it one take. Who knows? That was non-union movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were talking about the physicality of these movies and people getting injured and how, but it also sounds like because you were all together and kind of, it sounds like you'd said people aren't coming off and going on, that sometimes that camaraderie helps people get through things.
Well, we had some incidents in the desert, but I wasn't there to witness them, but Michael talks about them. We had some pretty big injuries. I didn't have any. I had some scratches and stuff, but there was one day when my little rattlesnake, the guy was standing there like this, he's hanging by his side. And I turn around, the whole crew's there, and I turn around and there's nobody there. Everybody is gone. And I went, what? Not one person, but me and the handler. And I went, where'd everybody go? He said, well, the snake got loose. And everybody took off. They went up the hill and up, they were gone. And I just stood there. I went, oh, okay. That's my little pet now,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's rattlesnake in Northern America. Thank you very much. Yes.
Have you ever had any interaction with snakes since then?
Nope.
No, once was enough. All right.
Nope.
Darren Beck on Facebook wants to know, how were the dog flashbacks in Hills Have Eyes Part 2 written in the script?
That's funny because I think it was talked about that first film showing a dog having a flashback. And they say dogs do dream. So yeah. I didn't write the script, honey, so I can't answer that for you. That's how Wes wrote it. And that was, they laughed about that a lot. They liked that, the dog was having a flashback. But I saw on TV one day that dogs do dream. So my dog does. She lays next to me and she's going,
they're like twitching.
Yeah, their eyes are moving. Yeah. Fluttering.
She's making noises. I'm going, honey, it's okay. She's a little chihuahua. And her little paws are going like this. I'm going, are you running from somebody? What are you doing? So I love those dogs, so they were great.
And Tyler Steven wants to know, did they ever ask you to be part of the Hills Have Eyes remakes?
Well, no. And I wish they had. My brother worked on that film as location manager. I was out here in the desert. They were shooting up there. I should have just shown up on the set, but I thought they might give me a little cameo or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. In the Hills Have Eyes, there's a scene, and I bet you don't know this. Peter Locke plays one of our brothers.
Yeah.
He's jumping up and down, and he has feathers in his hair, and they're talking on the walkie-talkie, and he says something, and that was Peter Locke.
Yeah, that's
I was just going to ask about, you mentioned him pretending to be or acting as your brother. Do you have a film family? Because you just mentioned that your brother is also in film.
My brother, well, it's funny. I'm second generation Los Angeles and born in Los Angeles. My parents met at I forgot what the company was. They used to paint film, used to colorize film.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my mom and dad met. But
oh wow!
It just happened, it just happened. And I have a cousin and his daughter is big in working in costumes, and it just. People come out here to get into the business, and I was just there.
Yeah.
I'm kind of lucky that way. Yeah.
So,
if it wasn't for the Me Too, it would have been a lot better.
Mm.
It was hard. So hard. But all the films that I did and all the parts that I did, I got because of me. Nothing else was going on. And but it was so draining to keep running around the desk and not offend and keep smiling and play it off. I mean, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And not get involved. And I mean, it was just exhausting.
Did that have any input into you leaving acting at the time?
What are you talking about? I never left acting.
Didn't leave acting.
Well, I know you, but you were away from it for a little while. But
No. They haven't asked me to
I
do
think
it.
she knows. I think she knows.
I'm not away from it. I moved out here to help caregiver for my mother. It's only 2 hours away from LA. But never away from it. Just it was so difficult, the Me Too thing, that it got tiring.
Yeah.
You know, I had nerves of steel. I would go to Universal, get on the elevator, go down to the parking lot, and sneak on the lot, so I can walk around and see what interviews I could crash. You know,
Nice. I love it.
I know, I was just so. I mean, it was so ballsy, and so I just made things happen, which is hard if you are away from it. But after COVID, no one does things like that anymore. You know, that whole thing. But now with Zoom, you know, this girl gave me this website. You can go on Zoom and find parts to audition for.
Yeah.
But never away from it. Just moved 2 hours away to caregiver for my mother, who now has passed, and I don't regret that. You know, she was having hard. But it was 7 years.
Yeah.
Caretaking is, I understand. Caretaking is tough, and it changes
It's
your
the
life.
family, because they don't listen to you, and I did everything they had to hire 10 people for, and it was but I was good at it, but it did take everything I had.
Yeah.
I never didn't put anything into me, which you have to keep yourself going. But thank God they came out here and got me, picked me up, took me back to LA to do one of those double disc interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. They came out with a limo. They got the limo, picked me up, took me back, brought me home. So kept me in touch, and I always would call Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And then COVID hit, and shit hit the fan, right? Everything.
Yeah.
But now I told anybody out there, if you want me in your film, I'm ready. And my email is on my fan page, Janus Blythe at yahoo.com.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll put all the links here.
Green Queen is my fan page, and it has everything I've ever done, and I'm the only one who can post on it. So there are links.
You doing it, yeah.
It's for free. There are links to watch clips. You'll see my TV shows. It's not just horror films, but Barnaby Jones, you know, Beretta.
Oh yeah.
Commercials. I did an Anheuser-Busch commercial talking about You Never Know. It was a natural light commercial with Norm Crosby, and we were doing a Saturday Night Fever kind of like imitation. My partner and I am dancing, and he's dancing, and I think he dips me in front, and then he goes, "Hey, babe, you want a natural light?" And I grab it and spin off. Well, that commercial about Anheuser-Busch had a Command Performance, their yearly, I think it's a yearly convention where all the divisions come together in Lake Tahoe, and each division has something they present on stage. You know, it's their time. So they invited me and my partner to reenact our commercial. We were representing Natural Light. I had the NBC Orchestra and Doc Severinsen playing behind me with backup dancers.
What'd you think of those backup dancers being a dancer yourself?
So anyway, that commercial also aired during the Super Bowl. It aired also during the Super Bowl, and for an actor, that's an Oscar.
Yeah.
You get a commercial on Super Bowl. I watched every minute of that game. I'm really not into football, but I watched it waiting for my commercial to air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all from that one commercial. All that taken out. So you never know if everybody's looking to be an actor. Just do whatever's out there, participate everything you can. Never say no, or it's too small, or I don't want to do that. In front of the camera, behind the camera, just do it.
Yeah.
You need the experience. You never know. You never know.
Did you ever get into stage acting? Because you did performance as a dancer. So was that anything you ever tried?
Well, I did 6 years of improv around in comedy stores.
Oh,
The group.
that's
Yeah, we
wonderful.
did comedy stores in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Mike's improv comedy experiment, and he booked us in different. We even played out here once in Palm Springs.
Hmm.
So we did a little comedy store, the comedy store, and all that. Improv is very difficult to do. It's really good training.
Yeah.
But no, I auditioned for a part out here in a stage play, and I'm glad I didn't get it. It wasn't. I went to see it, and it wasn't what I imagined it would have been. And it was a little different. But it was like I just wanted the audition of the stage audition. I never done this before, and then kept, it's a little different. And so I'm glad that I did it. I went there but I couldn't see. The lights were so dim. It was a live stage, and the page was. I didn't have any ink. The print was so light. Outside, I could read it under the lights, but inside, I couldn't see it, and I didn't have good glasses with me, and there was no lighting. And I'm telling the guy, I can't read it. Well, that's part of it. I said, no, I can read it, but I can't see it. And he said, oh, we can't go print out a new one for you. And I thought about later what I could do if that ever happened. Well, you would bring your right glasses and have a little flashlight in your purse always, or use your iPhone.
Yes.
Or take the script outside with a pen and go over the letters with the dark ink.
Oh my
But
goodness.
those are things I thought of later.
Yeah.
But at the part, it's okay. I didn't get it, but that was a good experience. So that's what I'm saying. Experience is important.
Do you think you would ever try again to do stage?
Pardon?
Do you think you would ever want to go try that again to do stage work?
Yeah, I think you got a part for me. Sure.
I wish I did. Not there yet. Maybe in the future. I would love.
Are you a writer?
I like to write, but amateur.
Oh, amateur. Okay, well,
Very.
gotta start somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't do well in this heat. It's 118 out here with some humidity.
Yeah. Well, we could always do part 2 at some point when it's a little cooler if you want, and we could talk about your other films.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I got a lot of stories.
Yeah, would that be okay? If you're getting too hot there, we could always do it.
No, I'm okay. I got
okay, all right.
I got the fan going.
All right, cool. I want to know.
I'm just talking about in general.
I see.
Yeah,
I just didn't want you to be uncomfortable. I understand. So,
if you want me to go out the door and do something,
I got you.
Because just in my car, you start dripping, and I drip into my eyes, and it burns. So I'm bitching. That's about it.
So I want to know about the song "Ruby Ruby Get Back to the Hills" by the band Anti-Scene and Jeff Clayton. How did that come about? When did you first hear the song, and what did you think of it?
I was at Cinema. No, I was at Cinema Wasteland the first time we had a reunion, Hillside Ice reunion, and I got on the elevator to go up to my room, and this girl gets on the elevator with me. She has a purse. She did on purpose too. The purse facing me, and I'm looking down at her purse, and like, what's my face doing on your purse? And she had a patch of my face on her purse, and she said, "Well, that's a patch from this group Anti-Scene. He wrote this song called 'Ruby, Get Back to the Hills,'" and she told me the whole story. I went, "I never knew this. No one ever told me. All of Hollywood, no one ever told me the song was written for me." And he wanted to see part 2, and he didn't like what they did with Ruby in part 2. That's why it's Ruby, Get Back to the Hills. Get out of those designer clothes. And Hank Williams III also recorded it. He has it on 2 of his albums. And
Wow.
I said, "Jeff, now don't get mad, but I have to listen to Hank to understand the words." He's a total rock group, so it's a little more difficult. But he plays it still at every show they do, and they still do shows. And he holds up a poster of me. Anyway, so she tells me about it, and then I send him some signed autographs to thank him, and then we start talking, and he's the one who created my fan page.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, he started it for me, and he's a wonderful, great friend, And I said, how come all those years no one walked up and said, you know there's a song for you? Well, first of all, I don't hang out in those kind of places where they play that music.
Right.
Mhm.
And they only played out in LA once. So, you know, but I'm still surprised. But, you know, we also didn't have the internet happening big time.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole ball changer there. Oh, wow, knock over your water. So that's the whole game changer there is the internet. And so, yeah, that's how that all happened.
Yeah, it's very cool, and we're actually going to play it a little bit. We'll play it later on the show. We have permission to play it, so that's very cool. And do you know if Hank is a fan of the Hills Have Eyes since he does the cover of the song?
He's a fan of Anti-Scene, and he did the song. So I don't know if it's because that Jeff did it that he did it, or because he's a fan of both of us. I never asked Jeff that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'll have to ask him. Like he told me that Hank was a big fan of Anti-Scene. That I didn't know. And he decided to record it. So you can go on YouTube. What's it called? YouTunes?
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, it's on both. And Anti-Scene, you can check out all their stuff on Spotify.
Oh, Spotify, yeah. But I don't want to forget to mention that my fan page, you're going to give everybody it's Janus Blythe Scream Queen on Facebook. And you can get it. And there's a link to Janus Blythe's Big Cartel store where I sell my pictures, autographed, personalized, and I will send them to you. Please. All these are not on there, but I have 6 on there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll ask more later, but that's Janus. Big Cartel, Janus Blythe at Big Cartel, yeah. And
Nice.
at your convention, your local convention, all you have to do is start sending emails to your promoter. They listen to their attendees. They won't have a show if people don't show up. So people start writing in. We want Janus Blythe as your guest celebrity, and you keep doing it, and then they'll call me. So you want me to come to your town? That's how you do it. Don't wait for them to get me there.
I love that.
Yeah. We know a few people. We'll put a good word in for you because
I went back to Cinema Wasteland last year because people did that, and I went solo, not as a Hills Have Eyes reunion. It wasn't anybody else but me, and that was my first time. First time going solo, and I went, ooh, okay. And it was fantastic. People just came from everywhere because I don't do a lot of shows, and they were just, one girl did a hand portrait of me, of Ruby. It's amazing. And she brought them in to sign, and she came there 13 years earlier when I was there, and she's a great artist, and she gave me a better hairdo, too. I'll have to post it on my page again. I have it on my page. You have to scroll through everything. And one guy did little miniatures like this big, that big. I put a penny next to it. More than a penny of my arms and feet and fingers move and everything. And he gave me those. Fans are fantastic. I love my fans. Without the fans, we have no film.
Yeah.
And I think that's, it says a lot for you that that they did bring you in as a single solo guest. And I mean, I'm sure that comes from you. You clearly have this great personality. You really love your fans. You're ready to talk. You're ready to interact, and people love that. I mean, there's always people, convention people, fans will say, well, this person this and this person that, and they're not friendly and they're lovely. So you're right. To get in, the fans are very important, because if someone is rumored to be, this person is unfriendly, then people don't want them at their shows. So you've got a big in.
Oh, the girl that was they always give you a handler to work with you when you do a show. And this girl says, I just love watching you interact with the fans. I just get up, I get out there, I tell them these stories. And one girl, she's got a lot of energy for someone her age. I'm going, how old do you think I am anyway? No, so I'm ageless, sorry. I love doing those shows, and I want to do more. But you guys are responsible for getting me there. That's not you two personally, but I mean,
we're included in that. But yeah, the collective you, exactly.
I need them. Yes, I did a show in Canada.
Oh, nice. We've got Canadian fans here.
Yeah, we have a couple in the chat right now. Yeah,
who said hello to you and that they love you.
Who are they?
We got John Reddy here. He's in Canada. Faye's actually in Alaska.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jamie.
yeah. Oh, Jamie Hill is
Yeah,
in here.
Jamie
Yeah.
Hill. She's also an actress, and she's very happy to have you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So you have a monitor, people sending you messages?
Yeah, so yeah, we got people in the YouTube here sending messages. There's people on Facebook. Yeah, every place that it's streaming, they're sending in stuff.
I love my fans. I mean, they just touch my heart. One time we did a Q&A, and it was a Hills Have Eyes reunion, and we walked after they screened the movie, and we walked in, and they started applauding, and I just welled up with tears. And they just like, wow, I can feel it right now. They appreciate the work you do.
Yeah.
And they're just amazing, and they big fans pass it on to their kids. That's one way this movie has crossed over. But people are getting tired of a lot of the new slasher films. There's so much blood, kill, kill, kill. There's no tension. There's no whatever. And they're just big fans of the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
The cult films.
Dorf.
My films, all 6 of them are mentioned top 100 cult films. So that's really impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
usually way higher up than 100 too.
Yeah, oh yeah,
always.
Oh yeah, the one of the top 100, and mine were up in the one like 30 or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Phantom of the Paradise is your Rocky Horror Show, and a huge fan base in Canada. They have a whole convention about it, and I said, "Well, get me there then."
Right?
Exactly.
I want to go.
Do you have any stories with working for Brian De Palma?
Well, that he sat down with everybody, and there were no small parts. He sat down and talked with me and discussed the whole. I mean, I was one of many girls on that bed waiting for Swan, and my line was, "I don't think much singing goes on around here." That was my line, and he took the time to sit down with every single person that he cast. So he didn't give the job, just cast me 10 girls, No, he was very involved. And I just knew that he was going to be a great director. He was. Yeah. So, Paul Williams was the sweetest. Paul Williams was a sweetheart. We started talking. I said, "I'm sorry, I don't know your music. I don't have your albums." He had one of his guys go get me all of his albums. He gave me all of his albums.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Dean here, he wants to know, basically, do you have any stories working with Toby Hooper, and what was the experience like? We'll talk about Eaten Alive here. So, yeah.
How long have we been on?
50 minutes here. So.
Yeah, that's a long story there. How I got the part and what happened and all that. We should leave that for the next interview.
All right, we'll save Eaten Alive for the next one. Eaten Alive, yeah, and
there's a lot to that. And they banned that movie for a long time. It wasn't even aired, so there's a lot about that movie.
Wow, yeah. I would love to hear those stories, and I know our too. So that's great to look forward to.
Yeah, I looked up and I didn't know it was banned. They had to re-edit it to get it released.
Really?
But I have nothing personal to talk about Toby Hooper because he quit right in the middle of the film. So I never got to work with him. So
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, so that'll be good. We'll talk about that. Annabelle and I saw it not that long ago. We go to a 12-hour horror movie marathon, and they show
for Halloween.
For Halloween, yeah. It starts at midnight the night before and ends noon the next day. And there's all 35 millimeter films, and one of them happened to be Eaten Alive.
Yes.
In Boston, Brookline.
Yeah.
I have family there, and you guys have lots of conventions. How come I'm not there? You got to get me there.
Well, we used to have a very, very big convention, and then that, unfortunately, the people that co-ran it, that didn't work out, and that kind of faded away. That was Rock and Shock was the convention of the area,
big.
So that's not around anymore.
No, it ended.
Oh wait, what's that?
Rock and Shock ended a few years ago, but I know they're trying to. Yeah.
But there are other shows in Boston, aren't there?
They're up and coming shows. I think the tough thing with Boston is it is very, very expensive all year round. So I think it's hard for promoters to bring things right into Boston. But there are some currently smaller conventions, and they're building. they're building. So
Well, they need me there. That's why.
Well, we will put in. We will mention. Yeah,
that would be
Monster
wonderful.
Expo and yeah.
Well, I think I'm talked out.
All right. Well, we're part 2. We're going to talk about Eaten Alive, The
Yes.
Incredible Melting Man.
Oh yeah, that's
And,
another great story. Oh, that's a great
Yeah,
story.
I'm a big
That's
fan.
another one we saw at the movie marathon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and William Sachs was on the show years ago. Very cool guy.
Right.
So it'll be fun, and it was lovely to talk with you. And we'll do this
Wonderful.
again.
Yes, we will. And remember, everybody wants to buy an autographed photo. It's Janus Blythe on Big Cartel. You put that logo on the end, bottom of your screen.
Absolutely.
Yep. We had it. I have it popping up every now and then. We'll put it up here again.
And
Yeah,
that
Janus
link
Blythe.
will be all over the place too. It'll be on the YouTube, so that link will get around.
I'll put
good.
the
So
links
I'm in
everywhere.
car trouble, so I need to sell some photographs. I got 2 cars, and they both have problems. I don't have one good car.
Cars.
Yeah, I got this one has a starter. This one has the alternator bad. This one the tire's not good. This one it's like frustrating.
Yeah, Annabelle's had some car troubles for the last couple months. And my brother actually
why it
has some
wasn't
car
around.
troubles currently. So yeah.
Cars. You need them, but
Yeah, they're expensive.
they're very expensive.
I got 2 old cars, and I have a Mustang. I have a Honda Accord. You put them, if you push them together, you have the car.
Very reliable, good-looking car.
You know, yeah, I love all the goodies on the Accord. It was way ahead of its time. You know, I love the phone, Bluetooth. I love the lumbar seat. I love I can see over the steering wheel on the Mustang. The seat's broken. It's a 2003 base model, but it's yellow, bright yellow. You can see me coming, and I love that car. It only has 50,000 miles on it.
Oh,
The Honda has 162,000.
because that's
That's my car.
that's the reliable one. The yellow one is the I'm gonna get attention car.
Yes, and it's comfortable. It is not. It is a sports car. It has power. It's power steering. No. It has power windows, but that steering compared to the Honda. Oh, it really moves. It's a sports car, so it's a harder steer. Yeah, and it's much lower. It's a sports car.
So
Expensive. I'm just blown away.
yeah.
$30,000.
Yeah. There's so much I could get into it.
Yeah.
During COVID, things changed and it got a lot.
Oh my God! Things out here, $2,000 for 1 bedroom to rent it.
Oh, it's terrible.
Landlords got pissed off because they didn't get all their money because people got to hold back their rent. And after COVID, they just raised that rent so high. People can't afford that. There must be bunk beds in the bathrooms. They must have bunk beds everywhere because you can't afford that on your own.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Anyway,
like, yes, we could go and go and go.
I know.
But the
COVID,
audience
yeah.
gets it
COVID changed a
because
lot.
they're people too. These are all people problems. So I know
That's
that.
by the way.
What's up?
How did you find me?
How did you find her?
I found you on Facebook.
Oh.
You're just looking and
Yeah.
Here you are.
Yeah. And there you were, yeah.
Yeah. Ice Cream Queen. Everyone can go there.
Yeah. I have the links everywhere. Like Annabelle said, it'll be on YouTube, our website, everywhere people can listen to the show. We'll put links everywhere.
And you gotta have like and follow.
Of course, yeah. Like, follow, subscribe, everything.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. It's been great to talk with you.
And we'll do
part 2, we'll wait till the weather's a little cooler, so so you won't have to worry about the heat.
Well, this room is very cool. I'm very happy.
All right.
I don't want to leave this.
Part 2 on the horizon.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
You have a great weekend.
You
too.
As
well. Thank you, Janus.
Okay, bye.
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 Bye, everyone. I love you all.
We love you as well. All right. That was great. Janus was great.
Yeah, she's lovely.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's heard it a million times, but she has the cutest laugh. So cute. I love it.
Well, it's good to have you back on the show as well.
Yeah. Here I am.
Yeah.
car's fixed. My exam is passed. Big exam. There's so many crappy things, but I'm here. And that's very exciting. I'm very happy about it. I'm getting ready. Arbor Day. I'm kicking Neil's ass.
Arbor Day.
Yes. Neil, get to work.
I have it already. Trust me. You just
Mhm.
have to. But yeah, I actually sent a scene to someone today, and they're into it. It's two people. It's a you know, it's a small scene.
Do I
But it's part.
kind of have any idea about this, or is this totally new news?
I mean, you know who they are, but
but I don't know about this. The way
no, probably not. Yeah, it's just very small. But they're into it, so that's happy.
Yeah, people pay attention to this. This is going to be. Oh, thanks, Vic. Thank you all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vic. By the way, he got his shirt today. The 8-bit.
Yeah, that's great. It's a really cool shirt. Absolutely support Arbor Day, but support Janus too.
Yes,
she's lovely.
She is indeed. Yeah. I talked to her earlier today. I've talked to her on the phone a little bit. So yeah, by the way, we're going to launch the crowdfunder soon, probably for the beginning of the month for Arbor Day. Right now, if you want to help support, you can sign up to that for the pre-launch, or you can get one of the 8-bit t-shirts, which several people have. Bubba in the chat room got one. Vic got one. Faye here has one coming up to Alaska. She lives up in Alaska, so it'll take a little while to get up there. And so if you do that, you will also get thanks in the credits on there. You already got thanks on IMDb, and you'll have thanks in the actual credits of the movie. Chris Outridge here, he's also helped out. So.
Thank you all. Yeah, I'm excited. Doing some. I can't even share. I started doing the other drawing that you thought I was doing. The cute one.
I see. Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I don't want to share it prematurely. So, but it's really cute. You're gonna like it.
What is sea moss? I just tried sea moss for the first time. I swear I feel it. Wow, magical. We love Janus.
I'm wondering about does this not something that you talked about on the show? I thought this has got to be something that happened when I wasn't around.
I don't think so.
Do you eat sea moss? Maybe sea moss did come up. I think sea moss did come up, and it was yeah. Remind us, Faye. Faye Ivy is the best name. Love it.
Yes. I used to have a cat named Faye, but it was spelled differently. But yeah.
Faye.
Mm-hmm. What is interesting, Dean? What influences are behind Arbor Day in terms of film style? Any you can say? Interesting. Yeah, there's a few. I would say Evil Dead 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's some fantasy elements in the movie.
Yes, semi sword and sorcery, almost kind of ish.
So I recently saw The Old Man and the Sword, which is that just premiered at Fantasia Fest.
Oh, okay.
And
so this
so it's a new movie, and so I did a short interview with the director, and even though we've already had Arbor Day planned 12 years ago, actually, it was I looked at our old messages. It was the first time I brought up Arbor Day. It was 2012. Yep. And
I can only imagine those messages then.
And I love The Old Man and the Demon Sword. And it was also really was motivational to me because so it's a guy in a small town in Portugal made it with like people he knew in a lot of it's in the woods, and you could tell they're having a good time, and you could also tell, I'll be honest, that like they didn't have a ton of money, but they're having a great time. And so when I had him on, it's the first time he's ever been at a festival, first time he ever flew over the Atlantic Ocean. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. This guy made this very fun movie, and it's playing festivals. And since then, he actually's been messaging me on Facebook about Arbor Day, and he's been very encouraging to get it made. And So
There's a lot of
it's
support.
really cool guy, and I'd love to get him on sometime for a longer interview because it was like,
Yeah,
a press interview. So I think you really like him in the movie. It's good.
very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of great things going on for Arbor Day. It's exciting. We're gonna start having our meetings.
Yeah. Alaska loves you, Janus. Thank you, Faye.
Meetings
Janus
with Troy. Where's Troy Man?
He's not going to be on tonight.
It's okay.
Yeah, he also is having car issues.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. But hopefully he will not have the experience that I've had getting another car. No, it'll be good. So yeah, so exciting. We're gonna have meetings. Me, Troy, and Neil are all like in Facebook land, chatting, building things. It's a lot of fun. I'm very excited about it. To have the three of us working together is awesome and great brainstorming. And we have a lot of support, and thanks to all of you out there who are being supportive. I haven't been on the show, but I'm still kind of around and pick up things, and it's really is lovely because Without Your Head has wanted to do films probably before my time on the show. And
yeah, but for people who don't know, when Annabelle and I first started talking, before you even joined the show, we were talking about making silly movies or shorts or whatever together, and one of those was Arbor Day that I brought up. So some of the other ones are probably like not PC today to make. So, but it's a different time.
It's been a long time. It's been over 10 years since we've met.
Yeah.
So, yeah, things have changed, but that's okay. We roll with the changes. Isn't that a song? Roll with the changes. Is that a Boston song?
It could be. I don't know.
Someone out there knows the Roll with the Changes song. Keep on rolling. Oh, yeah. Anyways, so yeah.
Faye, if people find her on Facebook, takes some. If she wants people to find her on Facebook, takes great photos of the Alaskan skyline. It's beautiful. And anyway, she would love to help out and stuff. But I was like, if she was closer, she would be great for on-set photography. I think
that would be very cool. In the future,
yes,
when Without Your Head has funds, we'll be transporting people in.
Right. Right.
That's a very, very
we'll travel up to Alaska
positive,
to make a halibut horror film. Halibut.
Like the fish?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's my it's like an ice fishing horror film with the halibuts like popping out.
Halibut?
Yeah.
They have halibut specifically? Is this something you know? Is halibut in Alaska?
Halibut's big in Alaska. I don't know. It's
isn't it Alaskan salmon?
I think they got I think they got moose and bears and stuff, but I'm going with halibut. You got to think outside the box.
So
although moose
Dean
is a good horror
and Dorfman brothers are having a contentious battle. Now I am thinking of the REO Speedwagon one.
They do roll.
But Roll with the Punches now I'm wondering about. Now I want to know what that is. But definitely, yes.
So Dean had asked me earlier about the transition from acting to filmmaking. And I do want to thank Michael and Sophia for, it was like 5 years ago when they came up with the idea to Umbilicus Desidero, which is a short film about the loss of my belly button. And that's really like the first thing that I was, acted in. And since then, like, that's what really got me involved in doing anything, within films. And so if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have got involved. And I don't like to talk about this too much on the show, but I also do think a big part of all this was around that same time as when I quit drinking, and it really cleared my mind to do things. And if I even just look back, like, so many things have actually gotten done in the last 5 years that I didn't before that.
It's another change in your stages.
Yeah, so
rolling with the ages.
Right. So I mentioned this before, but how Arbor Day, besides just the idea, came together. For the last few years, I walk all the time. And so part again to so I don't have my mind filled with like a alcohol buzz or whatever. So I got to fill it with different things. So listen to audiobooks, walking, and sometimes when I started walking, I would actually, I know it sounds crazy, but I would write movies in my head. I'd write the scenes, and I had 3 different movies I was writing at the same time, and I knew that was just totally, undoable. So I narrowed it down to one that I like. All 3 ideas. Arbor Day is one where we live by the woods. It was more doable than the, on a lower budget or something. And so I fixated on that one, and it started as a crazy little short. It expanded. Troy started making props, which gave me more motivation to keep and then eventually it was like this. People right away, like Alok, and people who are, supportive. Yeah. We're like, you should just make a feature anyway. Don't do a short, because you can't do as much with the short once it's done. And at the time I was like, no, I think we'll just make a short. But then started having so many ideas, and how End Zone 2 became a feature film was we were going to do End Zone 2 as just like clips to show in the Once and Future Smash. But once we all got together, Michael and Sophia were like, it's not gonna be more just to make the movie. So after we get people together, we actually make all these props. If you have the ideas, you know what I mean. If you have all the a story there, you might as well just do the feature. So it expanded from crazy little thoughts to a bunch of crazy little thoughts all mashed together.
And they're funny.
Well, I appreciate
funny
that.
And have to be committed to type.
Right. Well, either that or I'm just going to send people a bunch of
having
little
a
audio
script
clips. Yeah.
Is writing a script. I'm telling you, if you want to send me your audio clips, I'll just doodly-doo it.
I'm gonna do a big outline, and it'll be finished in the next 2 weeks or so, and then we can, then all of us can look at it and hammer it together. But it'll be I want the whole thing out so I know what's going on, and then
yes. Hopefully,
I know all this is crazy. I understand all that. Sometimes if I tell people stuff, it sounds insane, but I understand it in my head. So.
Yes, and unfortunately, the rest of us aren't psychic.
Right. Oh, I know. I'm just saying. I even understand how it's gonna all mangle together into an actual script. But just trust me on this. All
right. I trust that you know what's in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's the getting it in a place where people can be like, wow.
Oh no. I mean, I know how that's gonna happen to you. That's all. I'm just saying I have the process in my mind as well to hammer it all together, and then we can all look at it and go from there. It'll work out. Trust. It'll work out. Everything. It's going to be a good time.
No matter what, it is going to work out. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have to start. People, I guess, don't need to know all the banter about me crapping on you to get shit done. I just harass you. I feel bad, but hopefully the intentions are there. You can understand my good intent.
Yeah, we got some more people involved. I'm gonna wait to announce a lot of the people, because it would be good, once we have the crowdfunder up, we can announce things. And so go to the pre-launch page and sign up for that, and then you'll get notifications when stuff starts popping up.
There will be perks.
Yeah, cool.
They'll figuring that out, but they'll be there. They will be there. There any that will definitely be there?
Yeah, so we're gonna have so there's patches that are already in possession. They are very cool.
Do you have one in your range?
I do not. They're upstairs. But they're super cool. They're Ain't Afraid of No Trees. They're the Demon Tree Buster patches. So they're just drawn by Troy, colored by me, fully embroidered patches. They're really cool, and they will be actually in the movie as well.
Get it. You get it.
Should be those. We're gonna have some film use props. Look at that. Let me
Trying to. Hang on, let me see. Well, there. You get the gist. I know it's like at an angle, but there.
No, looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really cool, and they're
Yeah,
self-adhesive.
it really is cool. So it's this big.
Yeah, I don't think they're. Yeah, I think they're just a great size. They're not
They are.
giant. You could put them on. You could put them in the center of a hat. I have one on a hat. They
It
look
does not
great
have a
just on
border. This border is just the stickiness. It's
Yeah, yeah.
actually like
right.
that. There's no white around it. It's great. I love it. So that's one of the things. Yeah, you guys are going to be so excited about some of this casting that I know is happening. There's one person in particular that you recently told me about. I'm like, oh my God, this is so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. I would also say maybe some of the silliness of Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, that's probably a lot of the Steve character is probably when they're kind of that, and Ash, and if people know the new movie Ninja Badass, and
That's a great movie. It's very fun.
yeah. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah, anybody that likes this show and likes the stuff that Neil does is going to like it. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous. There we go.
Yeah, ridiculous. Exactly. So
it will not be scary.
So, but yeah, there's going to be film use props. I'm one of the more basic things. I'm going to design trading cards. These will be virtual trading cards. So people who helped out on the Once and Future Smash to get the physical release, you got a virtual trading card, which are really cool. So we're going to do Arbor Day ones of those. Thanks in the credits. That's like, for really any donation to get that. Producer credits, associate producer credits. There'll be a lot of stuff. I know we'll go through it more, but that is some stuff that we know of.
Right now, you can get a cool shirt.
Yeah, the shirt's very cool. We're gonna have because I have a lot of different posters and stuff. So one of the posters I think we'll use for a that you can only get that shirt through the Kickstarter, through the Indiegogo.
Mm-hmm. What else is going on? I don't know if you want to continue on with Arbor Day.
No, we talked a little bit of that. Someone just sent me this. Most directors make films with their eyes. I make films with my testicles. That was from Alejandro Jodorowsky.
Wait, his son was in his movie. I guess technically that is a testicular journey to get the son there.
That was Faith. Faith said that too. So yeah, here I promised her I'd meow on the show because my cat used to be called Faye. There you
go. Is that finished?
Yeah. So also I have a new ring light because my old one broke. This one's really cool, and you can't see it's off camera, but I think the lighting looks good.
Yeah, it's not. It now I think it's red and green still, but it's
those are separate. So I have just the ring lights, just regular. Then I have some red ambient light here and some green over here because I'm cool that way. Probably should put orange for The Hills Have Eyes. But. So let's see here. I saw there's a new it's a vampire comedy coming to HBO.
Like a series or
a series, yeah. And it's got I'm a big fan, Danny McBride. I do not like Danny McBride produced horror movies, but I do like his comedy series. So so I'm interested. And it's based off a book, I guess. Grady Hendrix, The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. Very long.
All right. Right.
I'm interested. I do like Danny McBride. So. Shawnee Film Festival is happening right now.
How long does that film festival last?
From Wednesday till Sunday, I believe.
Oh, okay. I thought it was last weekend. I guess
No, yeah, it started this Wednesday and it runs either through Saturday or Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of great stuff is playing there. I know Greg Lamberson is there currently. Well, yeah, it's a good time. So if you're in the Boston area, there's time to go check it out. And Skip was on last week. Really interesting interview. And we'll have Skip back on to talk about his film specifically.
Oh, cool. Okay.
At another time. And Amazing Fantasy Fest in Buffalo announced their lineup.
Oh, yes.
Lots of great stuff. And Amazing Fantasy Fest is the official sponsor for Severed Limbs, which is coming up.
Ooh,
So thank
excellent.
you, Amazing Fantasy Film Fest.
Excellent.
There's only a few days left to get your films in for Severed Limbs. We already have like 25 films, so we're all set. But if you would like to get in, you still have time. If they're under 10 minutes, you'll have a better chance. If they're under 2 minutes, I'll put you in pretty much, as long as it's not. I don't know what would have to be. If you're 20 minutes or whatever, I'll have to watch it. But you can still get set them in there. Over 20 minutes, I normally let people in, but I didn't this time. I said no. It says right there.
Yes.
So.
Yes, Neil. I'm proud of you. You set a boundary, sticking to it. Mm-hmm. I love this. I'm happy for you.
So I'll just go over a few of these here because there's a lot of movies that'll be playing. There was some I know, Slasher Days of Summer by Ty Chaman and Kirsten Skeet. That'll be making its premiere at Amazing Fantasy Fest. Mm-hmm. And Kirsten will be on the show sometime soon to talk about that.
Cool.
A movie called Black Eyed Susan is going to be playing there, and we're going to have the director on. And I haven't seen the movie yet, but I have the trailer here if you'd like to look at it. I find it very interesting. I know some people were put off by it, but I think I really actually like the theme of it. So let me play it here. Here we go.
State-of-the-art sex dolls are not only socially acceptable nowadays, but also highly priced luxury items.
All right, not the conversation I was expecting.
Not everyone buys a doll like this for sex. Some people want companionship. That's why we're developing a sex doll that can take and reacts to physical abuse.
Have you ever hit a person to satisfy your own pleasure?
Not intentionally, no.
I want you to punch me now.
Do you think you'll be comfortable hitting a device that looks like a human?
I don't honestly know.
But you're hoping so?
Yes.
Because?
I need the work.
Can't find the words, little man?
Susan has made me aware of some things that I found surprising.
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
The ultimate goal of this project.
She only has eyes for you, not Derek.
Please continue to hit me if it satisfies you.
Wow.
So I'm really interested in this.
Yeah, movie. That's wild. Very interesting. Phew.
So yeah, the director will be on I think the last week of August.
That is crazy. I am very interested to see where that's going to go. Because clearly obviously it's going to go to dark places and question morality. I love that kind of thing. I know you do too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, everything you just said there, I think it's an interesting topic, and it looks like they're really diving into it. Special Needs Revolt will be making its premiere.
Oh, nice. Good for them.
Fantasy Film Fest with Adrian Esposito film with Bill Whedon. I'm looking forward to this.
Bill Whedon Renaissance.
I'm actually astonished you guys are making your first film and features now with Arbor Day, since you people live for movies. I'm really excited. I really hope is the first of a bunch of more to come. Well, thank you. I hope so as well.
That would be great.
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but that is the hope. That is the plan. I would say that's what we'll do, but I don't want to just say that. But I
There's
think
a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
We'll keep it where you're at, and then we'll go from there. Learn, grow.
Exactly. Well, that title's not. Yeah.
Roll with the changes.
Whoop whoop. So yeah, that one go off. All right. So yeah, there's a bunch there. So go to facebook.com/Amazing Fantasy Fest, and you can see the full lineup, and we'll be talking about them in the next couple months, and probably having some guests on the show to talk about the different films there. Lots of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Not just horror. That would be considered science fiction, but lots of stuff. So there's an X-rated Lovecraft film.
New film?
New movie by Chad Farron, who we've had on the show.
I'm not
shocked. With effects by Joe Castro.
Really?
Yes. We may or may not have we do it. We have the screener for it. I haven't watched it yet. I just got it. I am very interested.
What's the title is? I gotta look this up. What is it? Chad Farron.
It's playing at it's playing, I think it's at the Valley Film Festival in LA.
Chad.
So we added several new reviewers, because we have so many movies to review, which is the good thing. So we've got our core set of reviewers working, and we added a few new ones as well to give them a shot and see how that goes.
Is this the Unspeakable Beyond the Wall of Sleep?
Yes, Unspeakable Beyond the Wall of Sleep.
Renowned.
One of those new reviewers, Aaron Broker, the editor of the Once and Future Smash.
Oh,
so I'm very interested.
Like a good, decent dude.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Renowned. What is this word? Onerologist? What is that? Onerologist. Sorry to be unaware, but I will check it out. Oh, cool. The scientific I just lost it. The scientific approach to understanding dreams in relation to the functions of the brain. This series of work studies the approach to the dream state by correlating the human psyche and its impact on dreams. That's awesome. I love talking with people about their dreams. So cool. I love it. You can get a bachelor's degree in this? I guess you could obviously get a bachelor's degree in anything. No offense to onerologists, but if I'm even saying that right. But at any rate, renowned onerologist Ambrose London is requested to Arkham Asylum by newly appointed Dr. Barnard to study the strange case of James Phelps, a patient seemingly inhabited by the personality of Joe Slater, a denizen of the Catskill Mountain region, a primitive colonial peasant of barbaric degeneracy, who had mysteriously vanished 122 years ago. Ambrose and Bernard's investigation takes an unexpected turn when Phelps/Slater is attached to London's dream machine, which releases an alien life form hell-bent on world annihilation. That doesn't sound X. I'm very curious about where the X comes in. I will say that I just listened to this story again recently. They're very Lovecraft, very unkind about the mountain folk. Very repeatedly unkind. You might not know this, but apparently the term white trash goes back to the beginning of the 20th century, because Lovecraft used it. And it's like, oh, it's just brutal. It's brutal. The story is very interesting, though. It really is. It's cool. So this will be, I'm excited to see this. Chad, I liked the last movie. There was a moment that I was like, why is this here? But other than that, I really enjoyed it. So these things happen. We don't have to be 100% like on board with every moment. Yeah, but Lovecraft's the old ones. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, a lot of Lovecrafty stuff, which I'm all about. So we'll see where it goes. Oh, Faye, you're very kind. Thank you. Dean is all about Chad.
Yeah, I saw that. That's very cool. I'm trying to find the. I'm not looking away here. I'm trying to find the email. I think it might explain why it's X-rated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What are your wild dreams, Pepe? Wild Neil is looking. One of my college teachers. A PhD in porn. Well, you're from overseas. Y'all are way more cool with sex than we are out here.
Oh, here we go. So yeah, we got this email from the Valley Film Festival about 6 unspeakable genre films, and so like I said, we got we got all these movies from Fantasia Fest, all these festivals, which is it's not a bad problem to have, but and I've recorded a bunch of interviews for Fantasia that will be popping up soon. So it's interesting. One with the guy from Portugal. Then I did one with these Korean filmmakers. That one is with an interpreter. And then earlier today, I did one with a filmmaker from Estonia.
That's great.
For oh my god, this movie's crazy. The
exciting
the chainsaws are singing.
Oh my god!
And
I love that.
It's
already there.
It's so good. It's like it was also like pretty. It was very inspirational too because it's like this crazy movie that him and his brother made, and so I interviewed him and the brother, and it's a musical horror. It's a musical comedy horror movie about a chainsaw killer, and it friggin' rules. It's so good. It's kind of like it's sort of like Cannibal the Musical, but bloodier and more gorier, and the gore is actually more realistic, but that kind of adds to the comedy to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Super. It's so good. It's so good. Unspeakable Beyond the Walls of Sleep, X-rated, Los Angeles premiere, based on H.P. Lovecraft. It just says what you said, so it doesn't really say why it's rated. Does have Ginger Lynn, Lou Temple, Edward Furlong's in it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we may have Chad back on the show to talk about it. Maybe we can get Joe Castro on to talk about the effects.
That'd be sweet. Love to see it. Always love seeing Joe. He's doing so much. It's fantastic. I'm happy.
Yeah.
He's
good our friends at Addams Family, their new movie played at Fantasia, and then it's coming to Shudder. It's coming to Shudder next month, I believe. So they're probably going to be back on, but closer to the Shudder release, and that is Hellhole, which Toby told me it's much different than their previous films. This is more like a monster movie, like a creature feature. So that's going to be very cool. Very exciting. Also, oh man, there's so many things. We had him on the show a couple times. He was, and then you met him in Boston. I was not there for the buff that time. The Astron 6 guys.
Wait. Oh yeah. They're great. They were great. And we drank in my minivan. It was really funny. We're just hanging out in the back of the minivan, just shooting the shit. That's when I learned about Deathstalker 2.
Yes.
It was a good time.
So yeah, he's got like a couple, one where he just did the effects for, and then one that he directed, and it's got like killer puppets in it.
Awesome.
So I was trying to get him back up. Apparently he's very busy, which good for him though. He's Steve Kostansky, I believe. Yeah, he's
a good dude.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming up there.
I wish we could play this trailer for Unspeakable.
We probably could.
there
Because they
is
sent it to me, I
one.
think.
Did they? Because it's. I'm just seeing the pause moment on the YouTube.
Oh, if it's X-rated though, I don't
trailer.
know. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's on YouTube, it's not X-rated.
Well, it might be where not necessarily X-rated, but I mean, we wouldn't be able to put ads on the show, but that's not that big a deal.
Well, I can share.
Just share it with me. If it comes a problem, it's actually really easy to edit out of the show. I actually had to edit out a trailer I played last week.
Oh, okay. Give me a second. Let me.
Yeah. Nothing against these people, but if you send me trailers to play on the show, that's awesome. But you also can't then like say, "Hey, this is my trailer," and like strike the channel. Right? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Like, just don't send it to me.
All right. Let me see. Let me send it in the Facebook.
Close your ears for a second.
Me?
Yeah.
I can't. I'm sending you this. Ah! Stop.
There you go. Well, she missed it earlier.
Worst. Ugh. I don't miss his meow. I have never missed. No, that meow is disturbing to me. It's weird. It's creepy. It's creepy.
Well, she
I'm glad
likes it.
someone
She enjoys it.
enjoys your
All right.
meow. You guys can meow on your own time.
That's what we do when we talk. We just meow and purr.
Do that. Keep it to yourselves. So I sent it. Look at all these dreams coming up over here.
You set the did you set it on Facebook?
Yeah.
All right.
PhD in porn. Faye is not remembering dreams. Dick has the recurring dream. Let's see. Look at all these sex things. Chad. You only remember interesting. Vic remembers his dreams when he wears CPAP. I guess that makes sense because you're getting enough oxygen. Pepe had a dream where he and a group of people got stuck in pure acid rain while being attacked by zombies.
Damn. Now
And
that's
I'm
a movie
trying to
right
get
there.
to shelter while everyone is slowly being melted. That is the copy of Pepe. Anybody out there, do not steal it. Unacceptable. Don't do it without his permission. Jeez Louise.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Oh, I think it was on mute.
I will mute myself.
Somewhere in the dark of infinite space, there is a form of life that man has reason to fear. It is as old as the universe. It is real. It is evil. And now it is here. After fear, beyond terror, there is
the flesh samples. They're consistent.
So, what are you getting at?
We have a creature that identifies with nothing known on Earth.
Once they have felt the terror of the dark, there is only one way on Earth they will ever see the dawn. Are you prepared for the terror? Not all alien encounters will be friendly.
That's awesome.
That looks great. I'm totally sold. I'm 100% into this. And the trailer, Chad, whoever did that trailer, it felt like you know, sometimes they try to capture like an old trailer, but that really felt like something I would have, you know, we would watch from the 80s or 70s. Like,
Yes,
they really nailed that trailer. That's great.
that's
I am
amazing.
totally into it.
I hope that somehow that will be a big screen event near us. I wonder if Mark would do it. Mark used to play the craziest shit. Mark Anastasio of our favorite Brookline Coolidge Corner Theater used to play crazy shit. Then he had a baby, and he's really calmed down, I'd say.
Yeah,
we mellowed out as a father.
Yeah, we went to go see some stuff out in the woods Saturday. It was great.
So
it was
great.
The Summer Sacrifice. So it was a Midsummer and Wicker Man, the real Wicker Man.
Oh my goodness. The real one as opposed to what one?
The not the bees one. The bees one.
Oh God. It wasn't even coming to my head. I have that as a ringtone though. It's very funny. Not the bees. It's so funny. I love it. It's an alarm.
Yeah. Oh
but
man.
Yeah,
so good.
Wicker Man and Midsummer. It was really nice to see Midsummer in the theater again. In the theater, because we've talked about in the past, but for people who don't know, this our favorite movie place, and the guy who runs the stuff, Mark, out in the Rocky Woods, it's like an actual campground, and somehow they combine forces, and every once in a while there's a Friday the 13th, and I don't know, was that one a Friday the 13th or just
this one wasn't, but it's the next one coming up in September is.
So they have a huge projection, wall thing, and there's like a little place where they have food. You get your tickets, and you just bring your own stuff. You bring your own chairs, bring your own whatever. You can bring your own booze, and you just watch it, and it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. There was some dude oh my God, these two guys, I don't know if you heard them. There were these two guys, a little bit older than us, and they just did not seem to fit at all. I don't know how they ended up going to this thing, because they just seemed like, not to stereotype, but kind of like football guys. Like kind of middle-aged.
Bros. Yeah.
Bro-ish, like, I don't know, you all get what I'm saying. No offense to anybody, but they're over there like laughing at weird, like they're laughing about Wicker Man. It's the not the uncut, but the director, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So there's like a lot of naked things, and it's sexual. The whole movie, honestly, from beginning to end.
Yeah, big point.
Most of the way, maybe not the end, is sexual. And so they're like over there. And I know some slowly get like one guy nearer to me, he ended up like tipping over and like wiping out from his chair. It was a mess. Usually that doesn't happen. Most of the time it's people being
that guy. Yeah, he just fell right over, just collapsed. And
yes.
I don't
know if he passed out, but it's still fun, and people did laugh, and it was interesting because as we were watching it, there was some younger people right next to us, and some of the stuff from Wicker Man is, non-PC. So it was interesting thinking about, look, how will this new generation receive this older film? And not that it's like this terribly offensive film, but you notice like, oh, this is different, and what are they going to think about sexualization of this woman and different things like that. But as far as I'm concerned, it was a huge success. We had natural bug spray. That was
I was surprised that I shouldn't be surprised, because I wear the Centronella bracelets all the time, and they're natural.
Yeah. Go natural. You don't need DEET. Natural, minty, all the things. It's great. But it was a really good time, as always. The double feature. Mark's funny as hell. He's just a wonderful host for all of these things. It was good. It was not cold. And it was not too hot, and it didn't rain.
Mm-mm.
But anyways, this guy, Mark, he used to run really crazy stuff, like really, really crazy, like Maniac is not something you would normally see in the original. Either one is, they're pretty crazy, but the original one's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Stuff
One
like
of my
that.
favorite, probably my favorite movie poster of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe.
So one of the first times Annabelle and I went to the midnight movies, so we went to go see Maniac, and there was this giant line around the corner. And I was like, hell yeah, all these people here to see Maniac, that rules. And then there was a guy with a hockey mask. I was like, oh, it's the wrong movie, whatever. And so we were waiting in line. And actually, this is when we used to interview people outside. We tried to. And I tried to get people to ask. I went around with the camera seeing why they were coming to see Maniac. And no one would talk to me. And I was like, oh, I don't know, whatever. And so we're standing there. And then Mark comes out. Or it wasn't Mark, but it was someone who works there. And they were like, anyone here to see Maniac, you could come up. And everyone else, for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, stay in line. So it was like, me, Annabelle, and like 6 people walked up. And then I didn't really know because I'm not a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle person, but
Casey Jones.
Yeah, it wasn't Jason Voorhees.
Then noticing like these people, no one had like a good Teenage Mutant, but they were trying. And then when it all came together about why are people sad. So then we would go see Maniac, and it's the creepiest of the creeps. It's just like the pure bottom of the barrel. And is this the one where the one guy was like,
yes, it was
under his down? So we always sit in the front row of that theater because it's really big and it's got a long stage, so you're not like, it's great. But way down the end of the row, there's almost no one there. It's this guy, and he's like sitting back, and he pulled like his coat up over himself. I didn't see any motion in the ocean, right? But I think there was some jingle in the dingle. It was just, you don't know. It wasn't a man trying to make a I'm cold.
and he came right around. Well, wait a minute. He walked right around to our, like you said, to our side, like, and it wasn't like the ton of people. You could have had multiple rows to yourself, basically. Like, so there was no reason to come and sit like right near us.
No, that was a different time.
It was
one time. There's many.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I don't really see that too many weirdos anymore.
Right? Now it's the young youth. Like Janus was talking about, the youth are all hot on the old stuff now.
It was interesting when you were talking about, though, going to see Wicker Man, because it's almost like a lot of the young people today were like on the side of the detective. They were I don't mean he's not really a villain, but they were kind of like they were a little like, not everyone there, but some people I think were like, these people are out of hand. I don't know. I think some people are more
such a thing.
That's a vibe I got. But I don't like to make the show political, but watching Wicker Man, I've always thought this anyway. I think the performance by Christopher Lee is so good in the movie because it's very nuanced. I think when you watch, it's like he doesn't really believe this stuff, but it's used to control the people. And I thought about it in context. In the world today, it's like this guy doesn't believe all this stuff, but he knows these other people do. So like you get them on your side, like pretending to be into this. And there's a great scene at the very end when the whole movie is great at the end because it's a big switch while you're watching it, because you're always like thinking of the detective as like he's the nerd, he's like the square or whatever, and you're pretty much on the side of what's going on. But you are, though.
What he thinks is right.
And then the end of the movie, it's like this big switch, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, maybe he's right all along here. And then there's great interaction between Lord Summerisle and the detective, and he's like, next year when there's no crops, you're gonna be the one that they sacrifice. And you could see the look in Christopher Lee's eyes, like, oh, he's right here. He's like, no, the crops will come back, and and it's just so good. And then and that scene's very long, which I think it really needs to be, because it really gets over like this. I don't say madness, but people are just like into the exuberance. Everyone's. It's like the same thing in Midsummer really captures that really, really well. That's really the gist of the movies. Everyone, just being swept up in all of this
in their community.
The community is just like this. Not, I don't want to say madness, but they're swept up in it, and he's there just trying to fight it, but it's to no avail.
Yeah, poor guy. He's just trying his best.
Yeah,
I think. Go ahead.
I was just say some people I know don't like Midsummer, and that's fine, because it's definitely not for everybody. But I'm not one who always wants to say everything in the past is better than everything today. And I think this Midsummer is actually a great movie of its own, and it's also, to me, it's not a remake of Wicker Man, but you can see that it was inspired. You can see the inspiration from Wicker Man, but they made their completely new movie.
Yeah,
but they can be both in the same, the folk horror world. And
yeah, I feel like they're very different, because there's no one particular person that is like, there's never a sense that there's one mastermind in Midsummer. There is no one mastermind,
right,
which I think is really cool, because they're not being.
Yeah, that's a huge difference between that and Wicker Man. There isn't the person that's like using these other people.
Yes, and I think it's very uncommon for films about cults, because you always have these cult films, and there's the cult leader, the one that's the deceiver, but that isn't.
It's a true community.
Yes, where people are equals, and their rites and rituals are things that are logical to them, and they make sense. And
it's interesting because both of them have merit, and which is scarier? I think you could argue the way, like the cult leader, that's scary, and then the actual just the cult, the community where they're all true believers.
I think the cult with no leader is scarier, because it will just.
You can't cut the head off the snake there.
Exactly. So it just continues.
Yeah, and to show someone from the outside getting swept up in all of that, it's and the very end. I always like the movie, but whenever you watch stuff multiple times, you pick up new things, and the end scene is great. I know spoiler and stuff, but just the change in expression, I think it's like simple, but it's so well done.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see both of these movies again, because I really felt like they just felt fresh to me. I don't know if it's because they were back to back, or just being outside, or what it was, but I feel like I did notice a lot more about both, even though I've seen Wicker Man a jillion times. It was just great. And I felt more bought into both of these communities. Like, here's the one where Christopher Lee, you could perceive him as a villain, but he talks about his grandfather went to this island as like a social experiment and tried to grow. He was trying to make kind of like this ideal place, which the intention wasn't to just dominate a bunch of people. It was like, how do we make this utopia? Right. So he tried to make this utopian place, and maybe Christopher Lee himself was bought into that. So was he this?
That's why the performance is so good, because you can read it either way.
Yeah. But then I think, I don't think he believes in the things, but I think hypothetically he could believe in the concept his grandfather came to the island with, the idea of, here is this social experiment, here is this utopian experience. And if that stopped, if the crops did fail, then that utopia would dissolve, because people wouldn't be able to survive.
Right.
They would they would have to leave. And so you gotta keep that social experiment going. It's almost like a mad professor or a mad scientist.
And I like that. To me, it's like, he doesn't believe it in what I'm watching, but I also like that it's never spelt out for you. They don't hit you over the head with that. It's left up to the audience to decide, what's happening here.
It's really interesting when the teacher is with him in the like castle and they're singing. I think it's the teacher, isn't it? And they're singing to each other. Yeah. And it's kind of like, are they kind of like equals on the same page? Because she's the teacher, so she's doing, the indoctrination of the children. Whether or not that's right or wrong, it's a nature religion, and there are people today that have nature religions, and that's okay. Yeah, the idea of the sacrifices seems like it was new to the island. And also, if he did lose that, he also has this weird sex island, where he's taking a boy who's probably, it's probably it's probably really would be the same thing with the girls. Anybody who is going through puberty is probably up for grabs. Maybe the women are more respected because it is a nature thing and it's more.
Yeah, it's interesting because in that movie, when you're watching it, you don't feel like the women are being taken advantage of.
No.
It feels like they are into, it's everyone's, happy and free into this.
What's
this is something I bring up all the time, Dean, and I'm 100% with you. The gritty feel, he says dingy feel, 70s, 80s, New York films. I'm 100% with you. There's just something magical for me about those movies.
There's a really good, for people who haven't seen it, it's on Tubi, as many things are, and it's about these filmmakers who were around during the 42nd Street time. And it's just a bunch of great stories from these people about coming up in that area, what it used to be, what it became, how it affected them as directors, as filmmakers. I'll find the name because it was great. Let me see.
Dean, I've yet to see The Wicker Tree, the sequel to Wicker Mania. Unfortunately, it's really not very good, I have to be honest. I was really looking forward to myself. We actually had Robin Hardy on. It was his first podcast interview, and I assume it was his only one because he passed away not too long after that. And he was trying to get the third one made, which, unfortunately never came to fruition.
I have a signed poster because I supported. It's very great. I actually also got a shirt, but the shirt was so poorly made that I use it for dyeing my hair. So at least it's being used.
Yeah,
it's my dyeing hair shirt.
And at least they sent them out because I donated to so when I started putting together the Indiegogo for Arbor Day, and I was like, oh, it lists all the different things I've given to, and there was a movie there, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember giving to this, and I got absolutely nothing. And so I went, and the movie even got made and was released, and I was looking at all the comments, and apparently no one got anything. So a lot of people didn't even get the movie even after it was released. They were like, we donated, like the idea was you're supposed to get it before it was released.
Yeah.
And they never even got it even after the movie was released to other people.
That's bullshit. Before I forget, it's called 42nd Street Forever! !
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting.
It's really cool. It's really fun. I'm going to go see if I can find the poster because I would love to show it off.
While you do that, I'll show the quick Arbor Day teaser. It's okay. It's only a minute.
Cool. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I'm amused because it's a great little trailer.
Things you've read, things you've learned, the things you know about Arbor Day Lies.
Trees. Why did it have to be trees?
Steve, I need you to promise me no sap of an innocent tree will be spilled. That has to be the dumbest thing I have heard in my entire life.
Beware the trees of Arbor Day! Trailer was
foolishness.
I love it.
Oh my god. Apparently, it's Wrath of the Gods. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have it in this tube that I must have looked at and then resealed for protection.
Well,
So
that's a good idea.
Yeah. I would hang it, but I didn't. I must have not had a frame that fit. I'm scared. I don't want to damage it.
Well, if you think that'll take a minute, I can play this song too.
Play a song.
The song, the Ruby song. I can actually play it, and we'll still stay here. Ruby, Ruby.
Oh.
This started playing again. Yeah. So he must not be a big fan of the Hills. So the Hills Have Eyes too. Ruby has become Rachel, and she's like, dressed in like a normal, got the jeans and regular clothes on. So the anti-scene wants her to just get back in the hills and kill all those.
G.G. Allen. I remember it was not long before Without Your Head that someone introduced me to G.G. Allen by playing something about fucking a dog. I think it's actually called I'm Fucking the Dog. And it's like, it's really funny. It's really, really oh, I think that is what it is. I did find the poster.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Fucking the Dog. That's what it's called. Lyrics. Everybody's got something to do. I've got nothing but this empty room. Everybody's got some kind of job. Everybody's got someone to love. Not me. I'm fucking the dog. Everybody's got somewhere to go. I've got nothing but this dirty hole. Everybody's going out tonight. I'm staying here and out of sight. Yeah, fucking the dog.
Damn.
Living in darkness every day, and I'm the devil's son, some people say. I'm so far gone, I can't be saved. I'm just living day to day. Yeah, that's right. Fucking the dog.
Damn.
Or Gigi. G life.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Well, all right. So I found the poster, and it's beautiful, really. I don't want to wreck it. You can see it. It's really, really cool. I love it. I'm too afraid to like.
The Wrath of God, the film by Robin Hardy. Yeah, that's an awesome poster.
And I got a letter, and it's so lovely. It's so lovely. From him, of course. And it says, "Dear Annabelle, we are very grateful for the support you have given us. We have now made some real progress in pre-production for the production of Wrath of the Gods. We found some excellent locations in Lenwick, capital of the Shetland Islands, the far north of Scotland. It came to be part of the United Kingdom after centuries of Danish rule and still has a very strong feeling for its Viking heritage. This demonstrated every year with various groups of Shetlanders celebrate with a fire festival they call Upheli. Probably not pronouncing that right. About 900 bearded men parade in authentic Viking warrior costumes that they have made themselves, brandishing double-bladed battle axes and flambeaux. We will use this event in the film, weaving in scenes with our actors for the film's ending. In addition to this, we plan to have a Viking warship built, fit to take a dead chief to his fiery, watery grave in the North Sea. That and much else is being planned for the production in other parts of Scotland, in the Republic of Ireland, and possibly in Ireland too. We wish you a very happy new year. Yours sincerely, Robin party.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rest in peace,
so
Rob
cool.
Bernard.
So cool. He is a good guy. Check out that interview. It was really a pleasure. He was a lovely gentleman.
Yeah, it's too bad we never get the third movie.
Yeah.
Dean also says that was a cover of an Iggy Pop song.
Was it?
With the lyrics changed. He did a more PC version, Living Like a Dog.
Oh, I know the Iggy Pop is I Want to Be. I know the song you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know why I can't get the lyric in my head because I like that song. I think I want to be your dog. I would love to see him live, but I don't think that's going to happen.
It's possible.
He's a pretty old man. I Want to Be Your Dog. Yeah. I don't think these are the same in any way. Maybe. But I don't know. They're not the same. They're just about dogs. What do I find here?
So here's this is the Arbor Day show. Like
Troy wrote something in Facebook 2-3 minutes ago. That's what happens when you're on the internet, Troy. People see you.
Well, he might have just got home. It's 10 o'clock. All right.
What's happening in the horror news? Do you have anything?
Yeah, I was trying to get the picture here. We also have the picture for the new Severed Limbs. I'll just have to share it. All right, so here's the new Severed Limbs comic book logo. There's a shirt available over on Amazon. And it looks pretty sweet. Ice Cream Man for the summertime. Very gross.
Yeah. Sweet.
Kind of looks like me as the Ice Cream Man.
What? You're the one that's getting the ice. It does not look like you. Stop it.
No, I love that, though. That's very cool. I love it. So over the last few weeks, I've actually been announcing 5 every week selections for Severed Limbs. So I'm going to do the next 5 here.
Cool.
Let me grab them. Alrighty. So yeah, I thought this would be a good way to do instead of doing them all at once. Then there's a whole bunch. We do 5 a week. So here are the next 5. This one is Bay for Blood.
I'm ready for it.
Grab the having some issues here. Here we go. All right. It's Bay for Blood. James and Rob are hiding out in isolation to fix their mutual issues. As time progresses, the two reveal facts regarding their disturbing past relationship. An acquaintance of James, Jessica, finds herself in an uncomfortable position as she contemplates the best way to handle the situation. So there you go. Bay for Blood.
What's the runtime on that?
I don't have it here, but they're all under 20 minutes. Most of them are under 10. No Good Deed.
Who's this guy holding?
Looks like a bag. Yeah.
Mm.
Inspired by real events, a homeless man named Simon wanders over to a parked car and accepts a bag filled from an anonymous man behind the wheel. Wandering away after the act of charity, Simon is tempted back by an opportunity at something that may change his downward spiral. All Simon has to complete is one deed.
Oh, JK's involved in that.
Yeah, JK.
I haven't heard about him, JK, in a long time.
No. Within the frame.
I like this visually.
Yeah, it's a nice poster, I think. Out for morning walk, Sarah will face a world she had long forgotten, but has not forgotten her. Entering a forbidden place, she will learn that nothing is forgotten within the frame. That one doesn't give you much info, which I kind of like.
I like this design of this, the way this is spaced out in the colors. It's good.
Beyond the bleed limit.
That cool logo.
For fans of the show and Severed Limbs, people who know Jim McDonough, this is not Jim McDonough film, but it's very reminiscent. It's made by a man and his wife and his kids, all on a green screen. And I showed some BTS footage because they had it on the film Freeway to Jim, and it's very fun. Beyond the bleed limit. Oh, it's the Dorfman brothers. They were in the chat.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes.
Yeah, they were here.
Yeah.
A group of monsters compete in a terrifying street race.
That sounds really fun.
This is super fun.
Yeah.
Severed Limbs has like some fun stuff. We have some straight up horror stuff. We have some more like thought-provoking stuff. So it's a fun night. And this is a still from this one because they have a poster. The Blair Richards Project. What happens when three friends go in search of a local legend? The dumbest shit you'll ever see. So there we go.
It's weird, all the little hands. You see that, right? Their hands that are doing this. I'm very curious where that's going.
It's a fun time. You got a couple days left. We do need a lot of we don't have many trailers, so send in if you send in a trailer, you're most likely gonna get in. So we have trailers. If you want to get your short film in, you still have time. It's free to enter, free to watch. It'll be a good night.
When can people watch this? So where can people watch it?
It'll be on our Twitch channel. It will not be on the YouTube because YouTube sometimes say, "Hello, hey, now I see a nipple," and they'll be like, "Pornographer," and so then we get in trouble, and I have to take like an exam, a nudity exam.
Are you gonna have to do exam for this one? You had
because we're not gonna put it on YouTube. The last time we had Severed Limbs on YouTube, they yelled at me for a nipple, and then they made me take a nudity course.
I think you should describe it to the people in the audience who maybe aren't familiar with this experience, because this is very funny.
Yeah, so I took this nudity course, and so you read all these. Oh, some of the stuff. So it's like you're allowed to show nipples you're allowed to show areola with the nipple as long as there was a baby, because so it's like breastfeeding, but not the areola of the baby. Like they were very specific with these things.
Stop it! No.
And then you were allowed to show nipples if it was educational or art, which I challenged that a film is art, but apparently not, because it was intended to entice, which I don't know why they're mutually exclusive. I think art can be enticing or should be enticing. I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but the dance stuff was very strange. Like you can't like fixate on the breast, the buttocks. I forget exactly. It was very weird how it was all worded for dancing. But then the weird
screenshot.
So I read all this stuff. To me, it's like, oh, whatever. So then you got to take this exam. So I'm filling out. And the one I get to, it's like, I wish I could find it, the actual screenshot. Let me see if I can find it.
I have something to share with you.
All right.
It was a long ago. because I said the octo penis, which it wasn't an octo penis in the thing, but then I remembered, wait a minute, didn't I draw that a long
Yeah.
ago? And I did. And it's really silly.
Nudity.
Will you get banned for this drawing?
Only if it's enticing.
It's not enticing. I don't think it's enticing. Maybe some people will find it very enticing.
I don't know if I'm going to find this, but anyway, the point was it was like, oh, is that it? No, it was, man, I wish I wish I could find the actual, I can't find it, but so it said, one of the questions was, I'm missing a paraphrase. It was like, Bobby likes to see women urinate in this, or Bobby, what was it? It was about Bobby urinating in the snow, or he likes to watch women urinate in the snow because it's sexy or something. And it was like, and so I put he actually watched someone pee in the snow, and then like he went up and ate it was very weird. It was really just, and so I put you can't show this because you can't show urination. And they were like, that is incorrect. You can show urination if it's for art or education, but you still couldn't post a video for some other reason because he like ate the snow or something. And I was just like, there's no way if I put this to the test it's gonna fly. If I make a video of me peeing in the snow to educate people how to do it, YouTube's not going to take that. They're not going to say, okay, it's fine.
It's not about showing genitals. It's just about the peeing.
Right.
I think it'd be so awesome if you made one, and even if you put it on a fake YouTube profile and have a narrator,
right,
who does give like this little educational piece about urination. It could just literally be reading it out of like the dictionary. A Wikipedia entry about urination. I want this to happen, but I'll forget about it in an hour.
I was like, this is just bullshit.
They must laugh about this. When they're making them, they probably know it's bullshit and they're just laughing.
I took a screenshot of a guy when he was like explaining the areolas. He's like like, come on already. So it was so worded so weird too when they took the thing down, because they were like you were trying to entice, which I would think like even just not nudity is enticing. Isn't just any kind of ad enticing?
That's a great point.
So this is not letting me save it, so I'm going to share it like this. Octopenis.
Octocock.
Octocock. This after Arbor Day, our next film is Octocock. It's gonna be the X-rated without your head film that will play a double feature with Chad Farron's new movie.
Seriously, Chad. Great minds. That's the song. Yes,
the song.
Great. Old Iggy Pop is good stuff. I just listened to him recently.
Narrated porn. The narrator must sound like Morgan Freeman.
Narrator porn of Morgan Freeman? I no offense to Morgan. I'm sure he's very sexy to some.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like that guy.
Yeah, I think. Didn't he get like some kind of bad
I don't
reputation?
think so.
He did something that people are like, no, Morgan, now you're a bad person.
Not that I know of. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but so this is coming up.
Dean, whichever one you can grab. Because they moving.
Right.
They're moving around. You just gotta reach and hope for the best.
The Texas Chainsaw.
Awesome.
50th anniversary food truck.
Petco. Petco.
Where do you see Petco?
At the top. Petco, where the pets go? No. The top. It says Petco Park Interactive Zone exclusive.
Oh, see, that's covered
Yeah.
up on mine. So
Petco. There's got to be some other kind of Petco. I'm sorry. That just distracted me. I will shut up and let you continue.
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th anniversary food truck in celebration of the 50th anniversary of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They spell it correctly on the big part, but not in the right up there, which is interesting on the same graphic. Feast on freshly slaughtered menu items presented by Leatherface himself. Each food order comes with a collectible 50th anniversary button while supplies last.
Wow, that's awesome. And where is this? It's got a date.
Yeah, I know they emailed me
Park.
about it.
Maybe Petco put money to the park. You know
they're
how
probably,
people will
well, see, all
the
parks.
flowers and
It's
shit like that.
It's like when you go to a sporting event. It's like we're at the Dunkin' Donuts arena.
San Diego Stadium. It looks like that's the Petco Park I'm seeing, and it's a baseball stadium.
Yeah, it's going to be at this year's San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Ordering a bespoke menu of Texas Chainsaw Massacre victim-inspired offerings. Each food purchase will come with a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive button.
Did you just say bespoke?
Yeah, how do you say that? I don't know.
No, I'm not making fun of your pronunciation. It's just that word.
Kirk is a brisk. So we got pick your meat. So this is how it works. We slaughter barbecue. You can get Kirk, which is brisket, Jerry, which is pork, Pam is chicken, and Sally is impossible vegetarian meatballs.
All right.
That's nice that they have a vegan option.
Yeah.
It's vegetarian.
That would approve.
Entree option, Slaughterhouse Sammy's. Your choice of meat served on a French roll with our homemade coleslaw and served with a side of house-seasoned potato chips.
That sounds fucking good.
Yeah, I haven't eaten supper yet. Sounds pretty good. Slaughterhouse Sliders. Your choice of meat served on 1 or 2 slider rolls with slaw and chips. These all come with slaw and chips. I won't bother seeing them. Slaughterhouse Salad. Fresh mixed greens topped with one of our meats. The all beef Franklin.
There you go, Dean.
A 1/4 pound all beef hot dog. And Leatherface's stack o' meat. Our house seasoned potato chips topped with all the meats.
Jesus Christ.
Shredded cheese, salsa, black beans, and drizzled with homemade ranch dressing. I don't want ranch. People are stuffed with ranch.
I know, right? Ranch is too much.
Also serving Grandpa's smoked chips, the Cook's secret baked beans.
I was gonna say, where's the fucking chili?
And the Hitchhiker ice cold drinks.
Where's the chili at? Come on.
Yeah, just baked beans, I guess. No chili.
Come on. You had one job, as they say. Oh, man. But it sounds awesome. I don't want to shit on it. It's very cool. It's exciting. I love it.
So also there will be Kim Henkel, cinematographer Daniel Pearl, actress Terry McMinn, production manager Ron Bozeman, curator Ron Magliozzi, and founder of the Future of Film is Female, Karen Coleman.
Very cool.
I wonder who because they said Leatherface himself, but I don't know who. I don't see a Leatherface here.
Well, it's probably just a person dressed as Leatherface.
Guess so. All right. Very cool. Sounds like a good time.
Definitely.
I saw our buddy John Dugan had posted pictures recently of him and a bunch of the chainsaw folks at a convention. Yeah,
nice.
Ed Gwynn was there.
Oh, cool. That's great. I want to check it out. John Dugan.
John Dugan. One of our favorites.
Yeah.
Multiple time guest on the show.
A lot of not religious, political posts. So
yeah, so if you don't want to see
I should go to the photos or I'll be scrolling for a fucking year.
Yeah, he might have even shared it from something else though, so I'm not sure. Might be hard to find. But it was recent. It was in the last few days.
Oh, I see. The last few days. Oh, well, I see one from May 18th, and it's got Ed. It's got him. It's got Ed Neal.
Oh, maybe it just popped up.
Yeah,
I saw it recently.
Cool. It's very cool.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry too, Pepe, to be honest.
Yeah.
I actually have a lamb chop upstairs that I've marinated.
Oh, Barbie. Oh, thank
you. Oh, yeah, you were there because I had mutton for the first time. You tried the mutton because you don't want to eat the poor baby lamb, but
no, I don't. Or baby cows. The whole process is very barbaric. I get it. I should not eat meat. If I was a better this is my own judgment against me, not a judgment against others. If I was a better me, I would follow through with my heart and not eat meat. But I am weak and love meat.
I do as well.
I'm a weak human. What do you do? The pulled pork sandwich, Pepe. There is another character who has the pork. Who is the pork person? Jerry?
Kirk was brisket. Was it Jerry?
Jerry. Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry's pork. Pam chicken and Sally was Sally. Was the
that should be a contest at a horror convention. Yelling the name Jerry. Jerry.
So sometime in the near future, we're gonna have Christopher Bickle on and possibly some of the cast members of his movie Paternoster.
Ooh.
This movie looks awesome. I don't know if you've seen the trailer. I can play it if you want to see it. It's only
a minute and a half. For the world.
It is so good. I have the long version is 2 minutes, or the short version 1.5 minutes. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, do the long one. The hell with it.
This looks great.
Do you know what this is? Yeah. Paternoster, Evolution of Light. Teacher, want this item for me? I'd kill for a copy.
Word has it, the lucky ones destroyed their copies.
Cursed.
Cursed?
If you believe in that sort of thing.
I don't. This commune put it out in the early 70s. Rare as shit.
No one has had any contact with anyone from the Mission of Light since they disappeared in the mid-1970s.
Paternoster is still alive.
Come out and sing, Father. Come out and sing, Father.
They worship at the altar of madness.
Look at these white people.
This isn't normal.
Soon, you'll feel all of what's inside of you.
Victimhood is the social currency of these kids today. If they want to play it, let them see it.
Fuck your entire generation!
Fear is incredibly powerful.
Shine on your
It's great. I did see the shorter version of that, and it's been a while. That's crazy. I like it. Cults. I'm telling you, you know?
Yeah, that could be Future Out in the Woods at some point here.
Eesh.
Tim Capello is in there as well. If you didn't know, he plays the DJ.
I saw the comment over there.
Believe.
Can you cue that up? I want to see him.
What
do you think?
I don't know. That would definitely get flagged if I played I Still Believe.
No. If you got the little speck of him in the trailer.
Oh, I don't know where it is exactly, but yeah, that's a really good interview too. If you check that out, our Tim Capello interview.
Christopher's out.
Oh. Yep. All right. Good night, Christopher. We're going to be going pretty soon too, because I'm getting very hungry.
Yeah.
But it's good to have you back.
Yeah. It's good to be back. Oh, we still have to do our reviews of the things. I don't know if you want to wait.
Oh, of Long Legs, and we can do that now or we can do it next week. It's up to you.
Well, it sounds like you're very hungry, so I don't want to deny you.
Yeah, Troy actually wants to see Long Legs, so so maybe we could review it next week if you get to see it.
That's good.
I've seen it twice, so yeah.
I thought you saw Long Legs together, or did you see the other one together?
No, we were going to go see it. That's when he discovered he had car trouble on the way to the movies.
Yeah. That sucks. Well, I'm very curious about what he has to say, so maybe we can wait for him.
Yeah.
The other thing we saw something else.
Oddity.
Did you see that with him?
No. Okay. So we can talk about, and I don't think it's playing many places. So
got it.
I dug Oddity. It's a low that actually played Fantasia too, so that was cool. It was playing Fantasia and playing at the theater. So it's almost like a Wood Golem movie.
Now that I've got Long Legs in my mind, I can't even recall Oddity.
Oddity was it's the blind woman who's got like she's got like the antique shop. Everything
is got like that weird creature.
Like,
that's right.
Yeah.
It did seem like a Wood Golem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was one of the things I put in my little note.
I really liked the movie. I thought it was good. It was I thought everyone was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
It ended up some creepy stuff as the movie went on, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
The villain, I don't want to spoil anything. The villain I thought was the villains I thought were jerks, and they were good in it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I will say some of that seemed the villain character and the kind of backstory. It was very thinly held together. Thought, but it was still good. I enjoyed it, but it was very.
I think when you see just the still of the creature, you probably know or the thing something's gonna happen here apparently. But it was still very cool when things happen, and it was a
great unfolding.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's definitely worth a movie to go see, I would say.
I feel like that must have been a very, very strong idea about this creature and certain things around it. I feel like he was kind of like an afterthought. Like, how do we make this?
How do you make? Yeah, because it's sort of similar to your problem with the Annabelle movie, because it's clearly monstrous looking, as opposed who would just have that anywhere in their house.
But I think that backstory is okay because we know about the family. But the guy, I don't know. I would watch it again and
I dug it though. I was happy. There was this weekend, so people you gotta check out because our AMC and I'm sure other places, they show some of these independent horror films. Obviously, Wolverine versus Deadpool is playing everywhere. Nothing against that, might be great. But if you want to see, because I saw this weekend that's still playing, and then there's this I think it's a werewolf movie is playing, The Beast Within. And so I don't think I don't think it's got a wide release, and so that's playing this weekend. So, go out and check and see what kind of cool, uh, independent horror films are playing. If you go see them, they're gonna play more of them, and, might be your only chance to see these movies in the theater, 'cause I love watching stuff at home, but it is a special,
Definitely.
in the big screen.
Definitely. And see Crumbcatcher. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's out and about now.
Yeah.
Chris Scotchtopole.
Mhm.
I said it. We
Yeah.
had Rigo Garay on a couple months ago. Great. I would love to get I feel terrible. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. John Sparadakis, I think.
Mhm.
The
I know what you
villain.
mean, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's John Sparadakis.
Yeah.
But he's
So Rigo has an idea to come back on and do one of our 13s, and he wants to do
Yes!
one
God.
our favorite evil doll or toys in movies. So
That's awesome. He's great. I'm so glad
he's
he was on the
awesome.
show.
Yeah. He's very cool. He's also I've been talking to him about Arbor Day. He's very happy for it.
Oh.
That's cool. He's a good guy.
I really like him. He's clearly, I mean, he's been doing professional stuff in film for a long time now, and he's an actor, and I think he is talented. He's very talented, and yet he can still be like a real person, which is nice.
So
Hope you stay that way.
Yeah.
Yo.
So this is what Beast Within, after a series of strange events, leads her to question her family's isolated life on a fortified compound deep in the English wilds. 10-year-old Willow follows her parents on one of their secret late-night treks to the heart of the ancient forest. But upon witnessing her father undergo a terrible transformation, she too becomes ensnared by the dark, ancestral secret they've tried so desperately to conceal.
For a second, I thought you said incestual secret. That is
No.
not what you said.
No.
So that's
Ancestral.
ancestral. It's vague, but are there pictures that go with this?
Just of like the guy's face. So.
Well, I'll see it.
Yeah, I would.
Not this weekend. I have a date with my nephew.
I think it's Let me look this up.
That
I
was
think
bad timing, following up incestual and saying
I think it's Jon Snow in it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Jon Snow. I
That's
like
what it looks like in the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kit Harington. Yeah. Oh, cool. That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. And this is not relevant to people out there, but they're showing it a couple times, but it also has a 9:15 a.m. screening.
Wow.
It's very cool.
That's
I
very
actually like
inclusive
that
of
they're
them.
showing. Yeah.
Yeah, because there are some people that they work second, third shift and just can't do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I used to go up real early and I had nothing to do, but wow,
Yeah.
sweet. I could definitely fit 3 movies in if I go up super early now, if they start them at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. That's insane. Have you seen Deadfall with Nicolas Cage?
I saw this over here. No, I have not.
Me either.
I would check it out.
Nicolas Cage and Longlegs.
Michael Biehn
I
from
can't
Terminator.
wait for Troy to watch it. I'm very excited about that conversation.
Yeah. Our Troy and my mom loved it.
That maybe your mom should come on the show sometime.
I've been wanting her to.
Oh, it'd be so cute.
Yeah. I thought maybe top 13 or something, maybe just favorite horror movies or something would be fun. We haven't done just the favorite horror movies since our very first show, and that was 2005.
We did a favorite horror movies.
Did we? Just straight up?
Oh no, we did favorite villains.
Yeah, so I think that'd be cool.
Maybe we did do
I don't think so.
Movies.
I think we did a decade or something. I don't know.
Maybe. But at
Yeah,
any
well,
rate,
we
it will
can do an
still be
updated
good.
one.
We forgot it, so everybody else has forgotten.
Yeah, and there's been movies out since then. So
Yeah. Oh man, that would be tough. Top 10 or top 13?
Top 13, I think.
That's one we got to have some notice for. I have to really
do it right now.
It might be easier than I think. I already think of some that I know are like favorites. So maybe it would be super easy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Because I don't want to have to pick one that's just obscure just to seem cool.
Right. I could set her like a camera up for her on her computer. I don't think it'd be hard to do. So we'll work it out. I want to get her at least a cameo in Arbor Day as well.
Yes. She was in Umbilicus. So
Umbilicus Desidero. So yeah.
The Jones family.
Big thanks to our music of the month this month. We have the Scream Queens. This is very cool. Faye is always sending me cool music videos and music. Nice. So Faye, if you ever have a lot of it's older stuff, but if you ever have a new horror-ish band that you think would be fitting, you could always suggest that to us. We'll see if they're interested. They might be like, fuck no, but
Dean wasn't around. Even when I started, it wasn't on YouTube.
What? Oh yeah.
No, it was like a podcast, like a legit podcast with no video. There's none of this, which was so much easier.
Yeah, but we couldn't share like these pictures and play.
Yeah,
and play
there are advantages, but I could just be doing whatever. I'd just be a bum doing whatever. But this is good too. It's nice to be able to see y'all. Not y'all, because you all are just off to the side. But
so is it this?
Nice to see you typing.
I think tonight's the last night, right? Yeah. So
what?
next week for so the Scream Queens. Thank you guys. Had some great music. We played throughout the month. Next month is a new month, and we will be having the Beach Creeper as our music.
The Beach Creeper.
Yeah, for summertime here.
Oh. The Beach Creeper, cool. It makes me think of Creepshow.
Yeah.
That one.
Their logo is like a. It's like a. Let me grab it here.
Is it a monster? The sea monster?
Well, it's like a. Yeah, it's like a tropical tree, but it's got like it's like a tropical tree mixed with like a dragon tail, or like a sea serpent tail, maybe.
Let me pull up this chair right now.
It's not letting me save pictures at the moment, so I'll just have to do this. Wouldn't let me do it earlier either. I don't know why.
Oh, that's cute.
Beach Creeper.
Beach Creeper.
So that'll be fun.
I'm gonna make them a logo.
No, they probably like it.
Beach Creeper music.
So our first show, 2005. But then we started as Without Your Head actually became a show in 2006. The very first show is the Halloween special of my wrestling podcast, In Your Head. Then the first actual, well, that was still the first Without Your Head, but then the first live episode of Without Your Head was with Sid Haig.
Yeah.
But the first episode, it's me, Terrible Troy. We're not even Terrible Troy. I think I'm actually using the name Jack. It's Jack, the Flea, OIB, 1 Inch Biceps, and Ron Hex. And we went over our top, I think 6 ones.
I still like Ron's Every Day is Halloween. Shush my phone.
Yeah, that was our original theme.
I've heard some things about Ron that I'm not so hot. So
yeah. His music's good. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not at the level of what's his face, who I hate, but everybody loves. Not everybody. The dude, my favorite monster guy. He's horrible.
My favorite monster.
Yeah, the movie that is the documentary about the director and the horrible man.
My Best Fiend, I think it's called.
That's it. That's it.
Oh shit!
Horrible man. Horrible man.
He's in the remake of Nosferatu. Not the current remake, but the 70s remake.
Yeah, I cannot abide, can't look at him without thinking about his dirty deeds. But at any rate, Ron's not at that level. It was my point of the story.
Yeah. So Dean, we didn't start.
Like his music.
We had so Annabelle and I do have some videos up from 2012 or so, some dinner and a movie things, and then some stuff from festivals. But the actual show was audio podcast up until the pandemic. So I don't know, 2020 or 2019, 2020.
Would have been 2020.
Yeah. So not that long ago. I guess 4 years now, but not till 2020 were we a video show. But all the interviews are on YouTube.
Yes.
You can they're just there with the still picture. Yeah. Klaus Kinski, there we go. Yeah.
Boo. I don't want to get into a conversation about this with y'all. I posted about it on Facebook recently, and I was very disappointed with the responses I got. So I'm going to avert my eyes from anybody praising that disgusting.
Some of the audio is not great on the older shows because, they were done with a phone and Skype before with not broadband internet, like not almost dial up. I think it was like, I don't know. I might have been on. No, I don't know if I was on dial up.
Dial up.
I don't know. 2005.
No, 2005.
It wasn't broadband though. It wasn't great internet. I was on dial up when I first got on the internet in 2000, but.
Yeah, but so I'm thinking about my timeline of my life, and definitely it was not dial up in 2004.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't.
It still wasn't great, so it wasn't
yeah, it wasn't like all this high speed fiber.
I've actually been I've remastered a few of the old shows for clips, but I would like to just remaster all the old shows.
That would be cool
at some point. And I don't know. Maybe we'll I thought about putting them on like a Patreon and just having it real inexpensive, a couple bucks or something.
Yeah.
You can listen all because it will take me a lot of time and effort to do all that. So
you can do that after Arbor Day.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. For 2025, that'll be a project for 2025.
My first Without Your Head was with Kevin, wasn't it?
I believe so. Kevin.
It must have been because I had no other reason to come on.
Yeah, Kevin Van Hetendrick from Basket Case Films.
Yeah, he's great. Kevin. What about Kevin? Kevin.
100%. 100%. Yes. I just got Murder Size. The movie? I assume the movie?
I hope so.
Nice. Let's see. I know that was on our friend's Tara's their streaming site. New Village Video.
What's happened with her? Tara.
She actually they just bought a new house, so
okay. So she's adapting to her
situation.
Yeah. Good for them.
Yeah. She's actually involved in Arbor Day on a small
cool.
level, so.
Very nice.
Yeah. All righty.
So
if she was closer, she was going to come out and do the makeup actually, because she does that in some indie movies.
She's really nice.
Yeah.
But we've got it all sorted. So you all just sit back and wait for it to come out. Just chill and enjoy. Keep you posted.
Yes, I'm very excited. I get nervous, but I'm good nervous. Hopefully things work out. But it'll work out.
They work out when you put your shoulder to the grindstone.
This is from Pepe here.
Shoulder to the grindstone.
I have another one over here too. Like that.
Feet on the ground. Get it. You got to get it done. I wrote something earlier because I was talking to a client and I thought I was such a genius. Where is it? God damn it. I don't know. It was my own personal quote I was proud of. Well, now I don't know, and I'm just disappointed all over the place. Never mind. It was great.
I'm sure it was.
It was great. God damn it. Well, I must have been cleaning around my space. Another time, I'll give you my pearls of wisdom.
Here was this is the Hell poster.
Oh! Wow.
From the Addams Family.
Damn.
That looks scary.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, I hope that is great. I love that one. And who did that?
Let me grab his name. It's what? He was in the chat earlier.
Yeah.
James Watson.
I love that.
The root of evil goes deep. He even came. I'm not taking credit for that. It was a really good log line.
I love it. It's just perfect. It's just of that
I like
time.
the colors. Yeah.
It looks like it could be on the cover of a novelization as well.
Hmm.
I just love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. So we'll see what James lets us do with that. But that's awesome. I didn't even ask for it. He made it. He was great. I love it. And so he's a good dude. Yes, the movie.
Yeah.
Murder Size. I was just literally thinking about them hatchets. Yeah. I appreciate them. So and we're months away, but just something to think about for the future is we do Secret Satan at Christmas time. And so you can make something like this handmade hatchet by Pepe Petit. You can buy something horror related. Doesn't have to be huge. And people send it in. I wrap them all up and then send them out to the nation of decapitation, and then and everyone. It's like a big gift exchange. It's a good time.
It's like Secret Santa.
Right. But Secret Satan. Hail Satan! Ah!
I'm not a hail Satan.
Not to spoil the movies. Look at this. All right.
Really sweet. Thanks, folks. So you're hungry. You've stayed here extra time. And thanks, everyone, for being here, whether you're live or not live in our future.
You're the living dead.
Indeed. However you watch this, we love it. And we're happy for you to be here, enjoying the show. And go out in the world, support Janus Blythe of the Hills Have Eyes, and be a part of the Arbor Day Journey. Sign up. Where do they go to look for Arbor Day Journey?
withoutyourhead.com/Arbor Day.
Arbor Day Journey.
Yes.
So
and, whoever reported that on Facebook, screw you. So
should put in little updates out there, little video updates.
Yeah, we're gonna get some of those. It'll be good. Maybe from some Steve. We'll see. And so hit the like button. We don't always say that, but hit that like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Hit that little icon, not the internet icon, but hit that bell icon. And you'll supposedly get notifications every time we go live or every time a new video pops up. Share this out to the world. Hit that share button. You can share it on your Twitter, on your X, on your Facebook, on your MySpace, to your Friendster, to your Grinder. You can share it out wherever you want to share it. It's good. Write it up on walls.
Yeah, go out in the world. You get some like little piece of paper that say withoutyourhead.com and just start throwing them out there.
Exactly. It'll be a good time.
Spread the head.
Exactly. Hashtag spread the head. We used to use that a lot. That's a good hashtag. We'll bring it back.
I've got a cute little buttery head thing too. Do you remember that? It's like
yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cute.
I like that. So yeah, we'll bring all stuff back. But yeah, it helps us out. You can super chat Venmo if you like, but just help even just like and stuff will help us out. All right. Until next week, this is Nasty Neil.
This is Annabelle Lecter.
And this is Without
Your Head.
Ah!